right, I think we are in business.
Are you sure?
I'm checking
What
that
are we
now.
selling?
Right, I think we are perfect. In business.
And now he must disappear. Are you sure?
All right, so now I'm gonna send this out. Actually, I won't do it that way. I'll do it this way.
It just reminds me of a bad joke.
Oh,
You guys
dear.
heard about the Hispanic, what was it? Hispanic magician?
No, tell us more.
Alright, so there's this Hispanic magician. He's doing this magic trick. He's like, on the count of 3, I'll make this thing disappear. And so he starts doing the trick. He's like, 1, 2, boom, and he vanishes without a trace.
Huh?
No.
So
I'll
he's
be
dead
here all
now.
week.
Is that what happened? He died.
I'll leave that to
Interpretation.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like cliffhangers.
It's the only thing I do, man. It's
Now the DM is sad. No epic battles for Morgak.
No, I mean, I was already accepting an imminent death of Morgak at some point, so...
No epic
Rock
battles
falls.
allowed. No more for Morgak. He gets
Also
bitten
forgot-
by 100 spiders. The end.
Wow.
Just
That sounds painful.
eaten alive by spiders. That's like the most anticlimactic death for a barbarian. Don't worry, guys, I got this. Oh shit, I don't got this.
I can't stop them. I don't have any spell slots left. I'm sorry.
Make
It
the
just
pain
becomes
go
the Terminator
away.
thumbs up in the end. As there's just a mob of spiders.
No, that's like reminds me of like the Terminator 2 ending when he gives a thumbs up in the like molten metal. It's actually just like freaking Morgak giving a thumbs up as he's devoured by like swarm of baby spiders. It goes down.
Oh, of course, it's baby spiders.
Yeah. It has to be hundreds and hundreds of them.
Children get hungry too.
Alrighty then.
Right after birth, they gotta eat too.
So let's
How
get
quaint.
this show on the road today. Arwen is not with us, sadly. She has family stuff
McGuffery.
to do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I believe Elora should be joining us hopefully within an hour or so. If not, she is watching by Twitch. So everybody wave and say hi, Laura.
Howdy ho.
There you go.
Hey.
I didn't hear anyone wave though.
Waving noises.
There we
Waving
go.
noises.
Perfect. Okay.
Clapping.
So
There you go.
I updated the summary from last session. So while attempting to prevent the entire Drow nobility from being massacred, Team Wind finds themselves after a perilous battle that the Drow Queen's baby girl was stolen by a separate group of doppelganger assassins, and they exited through a portal to an unknown location. But you gentlemen decided that there were more pressing things at hand, of course, trying to prevent the total annihilation of your known world as we see it, and also finding Morgak's son, because that's a priority for him as well. So, right now you guys find yourselves still in the Drow Banquet Hall.
Smexy.
Yes.
Can I return to the magic mirror and ask a question?
Oh, were we not in the mirror room still?
Oh, okay. Let me just pull that up real quick. Boop, boop, boop,
E.
boop, boop. I have it right around here.
Somewhere.
Queen Chambers. There we go. Let's restore that, shall we? All right. So you guys are in the Queen's Chambers. We don't need that portal anymore.
It's gone.
Do I hear waves? I do. That does make sense. Okay.
It's waving.
Yes, I was just like, I hear waves. That's a little weird. Okay. So what do you want to do in the mirror room?
Okay, so I approach the mirror and ask, it needs to be in a rhyme, right? So,
No, I just did that.
No,
because
he just did
I
that
want
for
it to
fun. It
be
doesn't have to be a
quaint.
rhyme.
I can
although I
try
would
to
laugh
rhyme.
if you tried.
Also, it's Arcana, I believe.
Mirror,
Right.
mirror, where you last? Tell me something about my past.
Okay.
It's lame, but works.
Well, maybe first I'll get you to roll for, let's say, because you're trying to attempt to use the mirror, you're not entirely sure how it works. So let's get like just a flat int roll. See if you
Okay.
can like turn it on, kind of thing.
Maybe.
Also did this. Is that playing now? Okay, good. Spooky music. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. All right.
Dark and
So,
ambient.
this technology you find is like a very, very old elvish technology. It, from what you can tell, these types of items were either lost or completely destroyed hundreds of years ago. But this is like an artifact that the elves would definitely want to get their hands on. It's a scrying mirror, basically. So you kind of figured that out from its first use. With your ability to discern sort of like how it works, the person holds on to either side of the mirror handles here and looks directly into the shining light that the mirror has in the center and then poses it a question. And it's up to the mirror to decide whether or not the question is valid or if it even wants to show you. It's somewhat sentient, so if you're wasting its time, it's not really gonna do much except nothing, really.
So I somehow just kind of winged it and it worked before.
Yeah. It seemed to have liked you, but so Hivsam, what did you say again?
What did I say? Mirror, mirror, may you last show me something about my past.
Okay,
Past,
so
yes.
we'll say that you devised a way to figure out how this works. So you say that to the mirror. Let's get you to roll an Arcana next here.
Okay.
Does the mirror hate you? A shard lances out and pierces your arm.
I.
You see,
Ugh.
you see maybe a slight glimmer of a hooded figure walking away from a burning house, but you can't see much of anything else. It just kind of like, it was like a quick like 2 maybe 3 seconds. The mirror didn't even move at all. It just like off to the side in one of the shards, it just like flashed that image and then it went away.
Well, that's strange. I suppose we should not disturb this thing anymore. I mean, Mr.
I
Mirror.
have one last question for it.
Okay.
Mirror, mirror, I must request, show us where Morgak's son was last. As sort of a present past kind of thing.
Okay. So Arcana, oof. Okay. So this mirror seems to like you, Oust. You see the shards form into the center into a small sort of like liquid glass ball, and in that ball you see Morgak's son, beaten but alive, chained to a stone wall, and as it sort of like pans out before it slowly fades away, you see him behind bars. I want you to roll a perception on this as well.
Alright.
See if you notice this. Okay. So there's something weird about Morgak's son. You notice on his skin there are markings, but you can't really make out what they say, what they are, or what it even means. But you see markings all up and down his arms, going all the way up past his rags that are his shirt. And that's it.
I back away from the mirror and turn to the rest of the party. Alright, so this mirror, from what I've gathered, can either foretell the future or present. And I've gleaned 2 things from this. Morgak your son is alive, but he's imprisoned. I don't know where, and there are odd markings across his body. He seemed to be beaten as well.
As long as he's alive.
Yeah. Additionally, seemed that Dagon Vor has plans or has already imprisoned Felvin and is using him to make some kind of army.
Well, that is pretty nasty. Do you know where they might be? Else did you see?
Felvin was situated around a molten lake, sort of pool of lava, so I'm guessing he's further down into the depths of the earth right now. As for Morgak's son, I have no clue. Sorry, but that's all I could glean off that.
Yeah. Smexy, do we know anything else about this volcano? You know, maybe there are some stories with all the, multinational history
Um,
about these rocks or something.
so because like neither of you guys are really dwarves, I could get you to roll a history check with disadvantage.
I already have disadvantage.
Nope, no.
So a 9 and a 15. Morgak, do you want to give it a shot? 6. Okay. So Oust and Morgak, you guys really don't have much of a clue of outside of where you guys have already been at Kagrum Gate. I'm gonna say, Hivsam, you are kind of like, you kind of know that the dwarves don't really worship a god outside Felvin, and from what you already remember them telling you is that the dwarves pay tribute to Felvin through the mining of gems, and in return for giving him these gems, they get gold and other precious metals. How they get it? They just kind of like say the veins replenish themselves. So basically the silver veins, the gold veins that they mine constantly, just all of a sudden keep replenishing. The gems do not, though. So the problem they've been having lately is they have to go deeper and deeper into the earth to find these gems to pay tribute to Felvin, and as they do so, they get themselves dangerously close to other evil entities, as well as the Drow, because they're kind of like bordering on the Drow's territory while they're doing this, and it's kind of, they've had skirmishes between them.
Does he tell us this? Is he?
Well, we'll say that
yeah.
Hivsam tells you that, yeah.
I tell you the general story how that works here, and so if he's gathering some army, it has to be something that is specifically bound to Volcano. So
Hold on. You're saying that they use these sort of offerings to Felvin to replenish their ores, right? That's what you're saying. They replenishes the veins.
yeah.
Makes sense.
Didn't the dwarves mention that their mines were getting depleted? Is that just... Am I thinking about this wrong? And am I thinking that Felvin just hasn't replenished the veins recently, or has him being imprisoned actually affected the dwarves in that way?
It probably has. Even if they offer those crystals, Felvin cannot help them. So
Like
all
you
goes
said,
down.
he's locked up.
Well, if that's the case, then there's a potential for an ally that we could get in the dwarves. We actually need to delve deeper.
I agree, but it's kind of hard to convince them, that their god is in prison without solid proof.
They are a stubborn folk.
And they don't believe in magic, so...
They're a bunch
Magic,
of
no,
poopy
but
heads.
gods, yes.
Well, I
Alright.
suppose we should see what those drows that survived have to say. Maybe they know more.
I feel like it'd be more pressing to interrogate our prisoner.
Oh yeah, that too. Morgak, you still have him.
Yep.
It is
Still in the sack.
yeah.
No, he's just draped over his shoulder. He hasn't put him in the sack. I just counted it as in the sack.
Yeah, we'll do that now. So, should we go back and check on the others?
All right. Before you guys do that, Sakul, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll introduce you real quick here before you guys continue on to your little thing here. If I could just go ahead and do this. There we go.
Oh, I was about to turn that down. Okay.
Yeah, I was getting a little loud too, so
Yeah.
let's do that. Okay, so moving on to Sakul. So
What?
Sakul,
Nani?
we left you off inside a cave with your friends I should say, Thea, Elora, and your two new companions that you ran into fairly recently. Do you remember their names, or you want me to tell you again?
There's Flynn, and then there's that other guy.
Arthur or Artie, yeah.
Yeah, Artie and Flynn.
So as you're trying to figure out your next move, most likely trying to get back to the town to talk to Lady Benadryl, a bluish lightning starts to form just outside of your cave, and what appears is a small gnome woman followed by what looks to be an adult blue dragon.
Oh.
So how do you react to this?
It's a four-letter word. Nope.
He does not.
He does not. He's just like awestruck.
I guess I would be awestruck, honestly.
That's fair. Okay, so the little gnome woman introduces her companion as Chronox.
Mr. Squiggles.
Yeah.
Champion.
So Chronox, the god of time and space, or also known as the Eternal One, or Mr. Squiggles. And she introduces herself as Arissa, who originally found Chronox as a baby and helped raise him up until this point. She tells you that there is some dire requests for both yours and Elora's aid in another reality. And she says that you need to hurry and come with her because there is an evil entity attempting to destroy more than just one reality, but everybody's, including yours.
Including mine?
Including yours, yes.
All the realities.
Mm-hmm.
I
Ooh,
make a good
Seems
meal.
like a pretty big deal, you guys.
Yeah. So she turns to your other three companions, and it looks like she recognizes two of them. One in particular, she kind of just runs to and hugs tightly. And that would have been... Hold on, I gotta get these names right. That would have been Flynn. So she immediately just latches onto Flynn, and you can see little tears forming around her eyes, but Flynn's just kind of like, I don't know you. Hi. She's just kind of
danger.
she just kind of brushes it off and wipes the tears from her eyes. She's like, I'm sorry, I just didn't. She's just like, I'm sorry, I just didn't. I thought you were. Anyway, it's good to see you again, Flynn. He's like, ditto. It's a little weird, but what's going on between this? And they just kind of have their own conversation off to the side. Her, Arthur, and Flynn and Thea. And you get approached by Chronox, and Chronox points out to Elora, and he says that he needs her to come with you because there's some things that she needs to learn about her past that is important. So he is able to take the three of you back with him. So Elora, you, Sakul, as well as take Arissa with him back through time. But he says the choice is yours. If you want to stay here, you can. But we could really use the help.
Well, I guess I don't have much of a choice. Let's go.
Okay, cool. So Arissa says her goodbyes to Arthur and Flynn. Thea just kind of says, I guess we'll wait here for you then. Hopefully it doesn't take weeks. But alright, see you around.
I'm traveling. They'll be back in a minute.
Space-time, dimensional McGuffery. It's fine.
Yeah. So Elora and Sakul, you go with Arissa, and he kind of swirls his wings around you, wraps them around you like a cover. And he says, like, this is to shield you from the
Temporal
traveling.
energies.
Yay.
Yay.
Also, hold your breath, kind of important.
Wait, what?
And he just, like... And he
I was
just...
still cursing Castor when he teleported me. I may have died then.
and all of a sudden you hear this, like... You know how you go through, like, well, you wouldn't know this, but, like, you guys have seen, like, when you go through, like, Warp 5 kind of shit, where everything kind of, like, stretches. That's what you feel like, Sakul. You feel like your entire, like, top half of your body has just stretched forward. And you can see just, like, your eyes just, like, go in, like, a straight line. And everything just, like, voops forward. And then it all of a sudden just comes slingshotting backwards to you. And he removes his wings, and it takes you and Elora a couple seconds to get used to the new environment, but you find yourselves in the middle of what looks to be a banquet hall, and you see dead Drow everywhere. No one is in there. They're just like, there's scorch marks up against the walls. There's, like, piles of ash. There's a door right in front of you that's just blown off its hinges. You can see a body crushed underneath it. There's another door right in front of you that has just been blown to smithereens, and there's, like, scorched wood everywhere around you. And you see all these, like, half-burnt corpses as well in the center of that area. Elora's just like, well, this is cozy.
Oh, thank you. I like to keep the place warm.
Yeah.
At least.
Sounds awfully familiar to that drinking contest. So, yeah, you are now in the Drow Banquet Hall there. I'm going to go ahead and skip-a-reno that now. Okay.
Skip-a-dip-a-reno.
So, are you guys still in the Queen's chambers, or are you guys heading...
I don't think we really have reason to still be in there, do we?
Okay.
Probably not.
Alright, we're going to the banquet hall.
All right. So,
Well,
you guys...
I would be going, to the banquet hall with my staff of withering, poking the dead guys and say, "Oh, dead, dead, not dead." Smack him with the decaying one. Now he's dead.
So,
Dead.
Sakul and Elora, well, Sakul, you
Just
notice that
watches in disgust.
you see someone, a tall, partially red-headed elf, with a cane, walk just kind of like casually, over the smashed door, that's off to the side, and he's taking his cane, and he's poking at the bodies. And then you can kind of hear him muttering, "Dead. That's dead. You're definitely dead. I don't even have to poke you." Whew.
Yeah. And do I see them?
Roll for perception. Actually, both of you roll for perception.
Is the dragon there as well?
Yep.
How do we not notice that if we?
I'm gonna roll perception just because I have disadvantage. I look forward to failing.
Please
Sam,
fail.
you don't notice at all. You're too busy poking the corpses.
Did you say you wanted me to roll perception?
Yeah, you roll
Still
2.
dead.
Oh shit!
Looks
yeah,
like
give me a
that.
second.
Let me be sure. Then I smack it stronger. Ooh.
Oh, okay. So Sakul, you not only notice Hifsam, but you also notice a very large orc immediately turn and see you, as well as another what looks to be elf also turn and see you and the big adult blue dragon standing there. With
Do I
Arissa.
recognize that as Chronox?
Definitely recognize that as Chronos.
Are you sure
So
you
does
killed
Morgan.
this one? He looks like he's breathing.
Do me a favor and turn around, Ripsam.
I do turn around.
Yeah, you see a big adult blue dragon
then he
flanked
shouts,
on
"Mr.
either side
Squiggles."
of a gnome, and then
No.
a rather large-looking dragonborn with a mace just hanging off his hand, going like,
This isn't what it looks like.
This is what it looks like.
Shut up, Morgan.
Oh,
Oh,
there's
Mr.
a lot of
Squiggles.
bodies and corpses everywhere. It's exactly what it looks like.
Mr.
I meant the
Squiggles, you're here.
implications, damn it.
Sakul, you are convinced that these people did not kill the Drow whatsoever.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, fair enough.
It was a complete accident, as far as you know.
They
Yeah, we're
killed themselves.
pacifists.
Mhm.
We're pacifists.
It was
Or
a
not.
suicide cult, and there was nothing they could do about it. I totally believe you.
Huh.
Yeah.
You, Sakul, you can hear Cronic shaking his big head behind you.
Oh, Mr. Squiggles, you're
I
back.
can hear it.
Oh my god. Again.
You
Else
have,
just
you have very
slams his palm
perceptive
against
ears.
his forehead.
if he had hands, he would have face palmed, but he doesn't, so he just shakes his head.
He smacks his head in a column.
I'm
Uh,
sorry about him.
So,
He lost his gun. He's had a rough day.
so, what Cronox says to you guys is like, I've brought you help from another reality. This
Whoa.
is Sakul. He kind of like nods his head
Wait.
to the Dragonborn. And then-
Arissa? What are you...
And this is, yeah, Arissa's with him too. And you all remember Arissa, as well as this druid elf named Elora. And she just kind of like waves her hand. She's like, sup?
Hail and welcome.
Hey, Rifsam, your bank might be alive there.
I turn to Cronox. Is it?
Don't give him false hope.
Cronox said he cannot divulge any of that information. It would
Oh.
collapse the universe as we know it.
That is.
Sounds
Oh, I
quite
have
good.
one question regarding the time traveling things. I have this thing. Actually, I had this thing. Morgan, can you throw me this explosive thing I used to destroy them?
Oh, yeah. Morgak just reaches into his bag of holding, pulls out one, and just hands him it.
What, one of the pistols?
Yeah.
Please don't point it at the dragon god.
Do
Handle
you know
first,
what
handle
this is?
first. So you're asking him
Doesn't-
what it is?
When
yeah.
it came from, not where.
Yeah.
Oh,
When?
when it came from. You can see his eyes just kind of like widen a little bit, and then they narrow, and he's like, "You're not supposed to have that."
Now I'm just
No.
imagining Rivsam cradle
We
it
are-
protectively.
I do. Excuse me, but I need to know more about this thing. It's incredible.
You're not supposed to have that. He's just like, where?
We
There
got this thing from.
Some assassin. They also had this. I kind of hold up the glasses that I was wearing in front of him. Hello?
Dun, 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 dun.
And we all suddenly die.
Hello? Oh,
Hello.
his internet just kind of gave up on him, I guess.
Nah,
Well,
just
on
your
him.
voice.
For me as well.
Yeah.
Might want to check to see if your thing is still recording your voice this time.
Yeah.
Last time that happened, it kind of threw it into nothingness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be back after short commercials.
Okay,
Drew.
now.
After these messages,
All right,
we'll be
Ripsam, go
right
ahead and put
back.
an intermission music track up.
Tell me about it.
No. Bad choice. Bad choice. Stop. Stop.
Have you ever had a time in your life? It's just the kind of freaking music that it sounds like. Started up like, go to party, blah blah blah, enjoy your life again.
Hey Jimmy, have you ever tried?
Of course it is.
Okay, we're back up now. Yay! Start recording.
Yay.
Boop.
Hey, we're back.
Yay!
And-
that was
And
fun.
welcome to
Back
Battle
to the
for
show.
Middle-ish Earth.
That was so annoying. Okay, that's all fixed up. Anywho,
And now a message from our sponsors.
yes.
Hey Dale.
Okay.
So Chronox says you can keep the goggles. You actually need those, but he says
What?
you should probably give back that, and he kind of like nods to the pistol thing.
Pistol.
See,
See, thing is, Morgak has another one in his pouch, so...
No, that there was only two.
Hmm?
One exploded, and then Morgak handed him the other one.
Morgak had.
Yeah, Morgak
Oh.
already handed it to Hivsam, and Hivsam asked, "Hey, when is this from?" And Chronox was like, "No, you're not supposed to have that."
I thought he had two on him. Never mind. That's unfortunate.
Okay,
So-
Chronox.
Metal tube.
So Arissa
Okay.
walks forward to you and holds out her little hand. She's like, "Come on, give it back."
Is this the same Marisa as our?
I take it back and say, under one condition, and you
What
will
condition?
first need to agree with me before I explain what it is.
Okay, you're asking a god that you.
Chronox
Oh,
is like,
let him
"I
work
know
and
what
see
that
what
is,
happens."
and it is far beyond your ability right now. Maybe another time, but right now you cannot be trusted with that type of technology." Arissa,
You'll
take
tell
it
me-
from him, please. He's like,
I toss it back to Morgak.
okay, roll
He's
for
in
dexterity.
a bad mood. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
What's going on?
You're playing keep away with the gnome at the moment. It looks like.
Literally gets thrown at Chronox instead.
So roll for dexterity. I want to see how this goes.
No, that's.
Not bad.
No, not Morgak. Hivsam.
Oh,
Oh,
he already
okay.
did. He got
Oh,
a
yeah.
4.
He got a 4. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I was trying to roll to catch it.
No, it's got to get past Arissa first. So let's see how this goes. I still have her character sheet too, so
Please,
it's gonna be
Oh,
funny.
she's gonna get it easy.
Yeah, there's no way.
She's got to roll pretty bad.
And
Oh
yay.
no.
A
That was
7!
bad, but
Ah! So she kind of fumbles a bit, but she manages just to catch the like hilt and then take it in. And
Does
then
she accidentally fire it?
no, she doesn't accidentally
Aw.
fire it. She grabs it by like
That's
the
what would happen
bottom,
with a 1.
the butt
I know,
of the gun.
still.
She just managed to catch it there. So yeah,
Okay.
you kind of fumbled your toss, but she almost fumbled that catch, but she managed to get it. And then she's like, "Nice try, Hivsam."
Arissa,
nice
you will
next
die
time.
because of this. Return this to me right now.
damn.
All she
I'm
does is
serious.
turn around and walk towards Chronox. And Chronox, you can see his nostrils start flaring with blue lightning.
He's entirely unamused.
If
I take
Sam,
no responsibility for his actions. I inform you that now.
If Sam, don't worry. We'll help you out next time. But for now, we need to take that back. It is not
Sam is
safe.
fuming with eldritch energy from his nose.
It looks like little white lightning sparks shooting out of his nose.
Oh no.
It's like, there we go. Now, I've
House
brought...
sits down in one of the heavily burned chairs, just kind of holding his head in his hands.
Yeah. So, Chronox continues. It's like, I've brought these two to assist you.
I do not
And-
care.
If Sam, don't be all pouty now. They've come to help you with your issue.
Okay.
Well, there are many
Say it
issues
like
you
that.
could help me, Cronox, but not at once you did.
Well,
We're
Chronox
talking about
says,
the
like,
mushroom issue.
the immediate issue of you turning into a zombie mushroom man.
Oh well, that is an
Oh,
issue.
hey, that's me too.
Oh, speak.
So he's just like, okay. Now, to let you know, Sakul, you actually just so happen to have one of the ingredients that they need to heal themselves of this ailment.
I do.
Do we
Yes,
need
sir.
to brew it into a potion?
It's around your neck, sir. And he just
What
kind of
is
like nods to the 2 vials of dead pixies in your...
What?
When did these get here?
I wear those all the time.
Yeah, he wears this as a
I
necklace.
know.
Yeah. The 2 dead pixies in vials, that's one of the ingredients. That's what he's getting at.
Oh god,
Huh.
we have to drink those.
You have to drink dead sprites in a bottle?
That's one of the ingredients.
That's not the
That's
worst thing I
right.
drank.
Dead Sprite with new lemon flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lemon drink before, but when I was sipping on it, felt like had my brain wrapped around a brick.
Yep, that happens.
Lovely.
That is quaint.
The restaurant's nice though. You get to see the end of the universe. It's great. Good stuff. Anywho,
Can we go there?
so Chronox also mentions that what he would like you to do, which will help you, you need to go to the land of the dead, the ethereal plane. There, you will find the second of 4 ingredients that you will need to heal yourself of this ailment. The second ingredient is ectoplasm. And the individual who knows how to make the potion is dead.
Ah,
The only
And-
person in the entire reality that you're in, he died. So guess why you have to go to the ethereal plane?
To dig him out of the dead.
Well, you don't really have to dig him out. His spirit's there. You just gotta
Really?
find him.
Jerry.
It's Jerry. Yeah. Except that would be
Holy.
horribly inconvenient because you know what? His body would be there, but his head would be missing. So literally, you just have like, so you know the cure? What you can tell us about it?
Sign language.
Yeah, exactly.
You'd have to mime it out.
Yeah, pretty much. First
All
word.
right.
3
So-
syllables.
Are you willing to tell us the other ingredients as well? Or are you leaving that to
Well,
us?
Chronox said he can't do everything for you, but he can at least put you on the right direction.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Mr.
Dead
Squiggles.
pixies, ectoplasm, go to ethereal plane, kill something, yada yada yada.
Yep.
All
Poor
right.
guy's
more or
just
less.
kind of, like trailing off. He's tired.
He's tired of
Growl
all this
over his
talking.
shoulder.
Mhm.
quote unquote drow there. Not really sure
This
what
isn't
that
a
is
drow.
right now.
Poor guy just holds up the body.
You just
Yeah,
show it
it
to
looks like a
Chronox. It's like,
drow.
what? Is this a drow? It's like,
Looks
Chronox
like
just-
one, but if
Chronox
you took
just-
a bite out of it, you would find something different.
Chronox just kind of blinks in disbelief. It's like, have you tried the goggles?
I have. They're a little bit finicky. I'm not too sure how to use them properly.
Bring them here.
Oh, sorry. I do so.
Okay. So he just kind of like puts his head down to your level, looks at the goggles, and he's like, well, there's your problem. They're not on. And he Kind of like
That does tend to happen.
he kind of points to the side, and you notice that there's like a little switch. It's like a
Another
light switch
lich.
thing. Yeah.
Did he have to roll perception?
Yeah. And they were getting really low Arcana checks, so they couldn't figure out how to use the glasses.
Lies.
Deceptions.
So yeah,
Deceived by
And he- and
inanimate
he's-
objects.
he-
I hate when that happens.
he does say that you shouldn't keep it on because it will run out of a charge. So
Ah.
use it sparingly, only in emergencies.
What color are the lenses anyway?
Blue.
Are they just clear? Blue.
Blue
The
lenses.
rose pink.
Yeah, I will be right back. I need to go grab dinner.
Okay.
Oh,
Maybe like 10, 20 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
a feast. A feast.
I'll make sure they don't die while you're gone. No promises.
I was gonna say, that sounds so unlike you right now.
Yeah.
So, is this the same Orisa?
From what you can tell, it's the same Marisa. Yeah. It looks like she's been traveling with Chronox the whole time to keep her away from Dagon Vor. So yeah.
Oh, but we're not kept away by Dagon. Okay,
Well-
now I'm getting salty.
Well, he's keeping an eye on Orisa as well, just because her sister is somewhere where they're trying to figure out.
I just
So-
kind of turn to her and say, alright, so we were gone for about 2 weeks. The moment that whole Lich ordeal happened and we managed to temporarily kill him, and Hastor was brought into the world, what happened to the land around there?
Orisa just kind of like gazes off and looks up to Chronox, and he just kind of like shakes his head. And she's like, everything's gone. Nothing lives there anymore. Nothing but a huge crater.
Oh boy.
The people that survived the area have called it the Cataclysm.
Walking instigators of natural disaster, indeed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Bloody
She-
name.
And she also says, like, even with the explosion, the portal remains open, and eldritch horrors still pour from it.
You can hear Hrivsa mutter in his beard and, kicking the bodies now. Slightly in.
One of the heads comes loose and kind of like rolls down the hall.
That was a strong kick.
Well, I'm assuming it's one of the charred ones.
Okay, that's fine then.
And she says,
Okay.
anyway, we have to go, unfortunately. I'm still trying to figure something out with my sister. And Chronox just kind of like nods. He's like, best of luck to you all in this.
I give you my best wishes in turn.
Thank you, Mr. Squiggles.
Sarcasm not
Enough of the
appreciated.
sarcasm out of you. I just kind of glance up to Chronox with a small smile.
I will go back in time and make sure you are born without a mouth to lip off with.
Hmm.
You
Fun.
can,
It's tempting sometimes, honest.
you could do that. Anywho.
Alright.
So yeah, Chronox just kind of like nods to the rest of you, and with his wings just wraps around Orisa, and a electric whirlwind starts to kick up, and he disappears through a bluish black hole and voops out of existence with her, leaving Elora and Sakul behind.
So, where do you come from, folks?
Adnil.
Oh, what a coincidence. We come from there too.
Kind of.
So, sorry. So, I suppose you're from some different reality, different timeline.
Probably.
More than likely.
Elora just kind of pipes up, is like, I'm just here for the loot, really. Just,
Oh,
That's something
One
he would
After
say.
my own heart.
like, as
Good
long
luck
as
with
I
that.
get paid, I don't care. Let's just get this over with.
coming with the payment. Have you ever,
Mr.
hypothetically?
DM, sir,
Yes.
you do a good Elora.
We'll see what she says when she gets back. Probably kick my ass. Anyway. So what were you saying, Hipsam?
So, have you ever, hypothetically, encountered something, that slightly resembles the Banking Association of NyQuil, led by some guy named Sam?
I'm going to say right off the bat that neither of them have even heard of you, let alone a bank in your name.
Ouch.
Oh. Okay. That is good to know.
Next thing you'll know, they'll say they've heard of Oust. That'd be odd.
Yeah, they'll
It's
be like,
also likely.
yeah.
It's also likely that you haven't heard of my lute playing skills.
No.
Who's a what now?
Sakul has a lute.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I
So
play
he
it
can
occasionally to annoy
Perform
people.
for me, my good sir.
Roll for performance.
Yeah, maybe you can help us. You can play the lute while we dance.
If you like singing to out of tune music, then sure.
Oh, beautiful.
Well,
I'm
you
not
got
very
you
good
got
at it.
lucky one time. You did like a Beethoven's Fifth Symphony with that Nat 20 on a lute. So that's
After
impressive
a crit
considering
fail,
that's
too.
like piano.
All right. In all seriousness, though, I just kind of turn to the quote-unquote drow on Morgak's back. We need to get this guy tied up and
Yeah, with whom is still
Oh, yeah.
unconscious.
interrogated.
Should we interrogate him first, or go and search for the others who survived this, who might have survived this?
We may as well search for them before they get too far.
Yeah, we should probably.
All right, and as we're walking along, I'm gonna go ahead and turn to them and say, "All right, so what are your strengths? What do you do?"
Oh, so you're talking to Sakul and Elora?
Yeah.
So Sakul, you can go first.
I like to hit things.
You
And-
can join the Morgak.
And
Morgak is dead on his feet right now,
And-
looking rather pathetic.
Oh yeah, he's pretty ferocious when he's rested and everything.
Not
Now
nearly
he
dead.
looks.
he's just
Yeah.
looking tired and annoyed right now. He just wants to go get this over with. Elora
looks
pipes
like a
up and he's
regular-
like, "I'm actually the leader. I know exactly what to do. So if any of you need a smart woman on your side, look no further."
Yeah, I agree. We don't have smart women.
In fact, I could lead you exactly where to go. It wouldn't be hard for me. I'm a druid. I know where everything is.
Absolutely. If
And
you go
so does
first,
my
we'll
wolf
follow.
that all of a sudden showed up out of nowhere. Aren't you, Wolfie? And then you see a dog right behind
What
her.
in the
Just kind of
nine
like
hells?
pipes up.
Oh, puppy!
Just kind of like
Adorable.
pants
Good
at you.
little puppy.
Attempts to pet the dog. Oh, eh.
It growls at you. It's like, I wouldn't do that. He'll bite your hand off.
Oh God.
Oh God, why?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
If Sam, you get a little too close, but he kind of like bites at your hair and kind of like pulls on it.
Rips off, suddenly bald
There's-
again.
He gets a little bit of a chunk of hair in his mouth and spits it out on the ground and just kind of like growls at you with his like
Chris
front
is-
feet down a little and just like snarling.
I just kind of
Jason
pat
is,
him on the shoulder.
you know,
say,
really
my
pale
friend.
now.
Alora's just like,
Hair is
yeah,
not-
he doesn't like being petted.
Grissom, still pale as snow, reaches for his pockets and grabs for that hair growing potion and
That's just
dumps
kinda-
a whole lot on
does
the
it
head.
like-
Suddenly overgrowth of hair.
Yeah, there's
Doesn't
like
matter.
this big patch of hair just kind of immediately goes like.
So that's what Riff Sam looks like with an afro. Neat.
Now we dance to jazz.
Alright, really though. Searching for survivors.
Aye.
So the entire banquet hall has been deserted, aside from the people who didn't make it out, which would be pretty much everybody almost. The door on the left-hand side of you, I'll say, is wide open, and
Oh wait, hold a second.
you
Yeah.
can hear footsteps. Well, we'll say running footsteps, heading towards your direction, and yelling in Drow. So
we
you
don't
cast
Drow.
the floating disc?
As a ritual, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, to help to lift the body and everything. You know,
Okay.
it follows me, so I carry.
Okay, so you got a floating disc with the dead body. Well, it's not really
Well,
a dead body. It's
almost dead.
Let's
unconscious
say
body.
indisposed.
Indisposed, yes. You put it on the disc, we'll say. So Morgak's not carrying it
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
All right. So we're walking along, going towards the shouts, realize none of us speak Drow. Well, we don't. Do any of you two speak Drow? Either of you? Undercommon, rather? Please.
No.
Elora?
Let's take a look here. I can't remember off the top of my head if she can or not.
I mean, I can manage to communicate, but it will be highly impractical.
Yeah.
What does she know?
I'd
She knows
rather not
Infernal,
have to
doesn't she?
communicate into
She
their
definitely
mind
knows
via
Infernal
dance
and
again.
Elvish. Shoot, hold on. Bloody hell. Of course I wouldn't have put that in her online sheet. I'm just gonna say no. She doesn't.
Alright, that's fair. Alright. Sam, look like we're doing it the rough way.
Yeah.
I got my loot.
There you go.
Let's interrogate him.
That's excellent. Yeah, she
Loot
knows
of
Elvish,
interrogate.
Infernal, and Druidic. That's it.
Well, move towards the voices then, people,
Yeah.
I'm assuming. And to sum everything up, Sam and I are spellcasters. Morgak over there is the muscle. We had another party member, but she isn't with us right now.
She hopped into the portal.
Mm-hmm.
We're not entirely sure where she is, to be honest, and it kind of bothers
Probably
me.
some. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're, you know, I'm the disruptor. Oust is the destroyer. Morgak is the destroyer. Owen is, well, something. He mostly assassinates.
Yeah.
Assassinates, beds paladins.
Comes out of
Yeah.
wells randomly.
Yeah.
It's kind of confusing with her. I'm entirely unsure as to what she specializes, honestly, at this point.
I
But
would
that
say-
really doesn't
I
matter
would
right
say
now.
subterfuge
Moving onward.
and surprise.
We're a merry fellowship.
Surprise! I'm here. Okay. So the footsteps are getting louder and louder. And you can start seeing shadows around the corner of Drow.
Shadows around the corner.
Armed Drow.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
So, folks, do we approach the armed drow from the bloodshed room? Can we manage that with no speaking member of the group?
And with the
Technically.
queen missing, who can't vouch for you.
Yeah, we're in a
Yeah.
bad spot here, gentlemen. Got to
But it would be, you know, suspicious
And what's
if we
even
ran
worse
away.
is Cole is entirely believing the fact that we had no part in any of the death.
Sakul definitely believes you, so hey.
I believe you, but my
Thank
opinion
you, bud.
probably isn't valid here.
Probably not.
So, folks,
All right,
we need
they're
to make
charging towards us, right?
Yes.
Are we in a hallway right now, or are we still in the banquet hall?
You're in the banquet hall right now. You didn't say you're in the hallway, but you can see from where you are standing on the left-hand side, there's a bunch of drow coming towards you.
I raise my arms, and when they approach, I send them the images of the guards
will-
slaughtering the party and, you know, attacking the queen.
Al sits down on one of the charred chairs and waits.
Okay. Roll for persuasion, if Sam.
Mental persuasion.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Four.
say we're good guys.
That's...
Are you proficient in persuasion by chance?
No.
Okay, so it
You
wouldn't
can-
matter. It's the
wait,
exact
wait.
same roll.
You can try to use guidance on me, if it works.
I don't have guidance.
Oh.
Womp womp.
Don't
I'm
you,
just
though?
gonna do a flat d20
Yeah.
and see what they get.
Can you cast guidance on yourself?
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Wait.
Can you?
1 second. I'm pretty sure.
You touch one willing creature. Is that me?
You touch one willing creature, the target can roll a d4. No, it has to be a willing creature. That would be... I don't know if you can really touch yourself with guidance. Let me double check that.
Can I touch myself?
Can you guide
God.
yourself?
I don't think that's my question. It's, do you consider yourself a creature?
Can you cast guidance on
Technically
yourself?
speaking, well, Crimson has some characteristics that can define him as a creature, so yeah. Drinks from chamber pots.
Oh, yeah. So when he makes an ability check himself, the ability mod already reflects the caster's innate competence. So no, it has to be somebody else.
Hmm.
Vito.
Okay. Well, there it is.
All right. So
18 to a 17. That's highly unfortunate.
yeah, a little bit. So the guards immediately draw their swords on all of you, and they start yelling in Drow, and they start pointing to the floor.
I tell them we do not understand. Try to, simplify.
Right. Draw. Project an image of that.
So immediately they just get like a no comprende above your head in an image, and they're just like, ¿Qué? ¿Qué pasa? No, they don't know Spanish. So
What is this Korean language?
yeah,
I can pull up.
awaken mind. You can communicate telepathically. You don't
He
need to
can
share a
understand
language
me.
with the creature for it to understand telepathic utterances, but the creature must be able to understand at least one language. Okay, so again, the one in front, we'll say like there's like several Drow. The one in front points to you, points to all your weapons, and points to the ground.
Okay, I
He's just
put
like,
down my cane and lay to the ground and mentally tell to the others, I guess they want us to surrender. What say?
Oust kind of sighs and says, but tell them that that person on the plinth is no Drow. It is a traitor.
I tried to
One
tell them that.
disguised as a Drow.
Okay.
Yeah, with a picture of, as
What
much
it
as I
looked
know
like.
about them.
Yeah.
It looks like they're getting confused on what the hell's going on, so I'll get you to do another persuasion. You can kind of see, like, the other Drow are just, like, something weird's happening. Like, there's charred corpses. All, unfortunately for the doppelgangers that you killed, none of them are in proper condition to actually just bring them over and say, look, see? All right, let's see how this goes.
Apologize. Yes.
Ah,
So, we'll say that a couple of them are kind of like, they're kind of iffy on it. You can see them kind of like looking at each other, and
I kind of hold up a hand and tell Sam, tell them to put on these goggles and look at this Drow.
okay, so Smaxy, do I know how the goggles work and everything?
well, as far as you know, you solved the
I
problem of
already
how to
flipped
turn
the
them on.
switch when I hand it over.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay.
you hand them to Hifsam?
Actually,
to-
I put goggles on myself, see the thing, what is behind the...
And project the image.
Yeah, and project the image and then give it to them. And, try it yourself. Try to see it.
Okay, so you're basically telling them to put the goggles on.
Yes.
All right. So one of the Drow reaches out, takes the goggles,
And crushes it under his boots.
puts them on his
He eats
head,
it.
and he's just kind of like looking around. He's not entirely sure what he's supposed to be looking at right now. He's just like, I don't see anything.
I tell him, look to the corpse. I mean, to the flying body.
Indisposed flying Drow.
So the Drow that's on the slab. Okay.
Yeah.
So he looks to the slab, and he just kind of like takes a couple steps back, and he like puts his head forward and more, and kind of you can kind of see him squinting at it. So now he just kind of like walks towards it slowly, And he takes his sword and kind of pokes at it, and you can hear it kind of groan, and he's just like, ah! He slashes at it. I'm gonna see if he actually hits.
I try to tell him, to stop because we want to interrogate.
Well, he's
Oust.
already hit it.
Yeah,
He's
but
already been
if he
stabbed.
does
Oust.
not kill him,
Attempts to
That-
use the
that's a hit.
Sunblade. Doesn't hit or does?
That does hit. That'll hit.
Can Oust attempt to use the Sunblade to kind of parry it?
boy.
Roll for dexterity with a disadvantage because you're not proficient in finesse weapons.
Okay. Oh.
No, you take out the sunblade, but you kind of fumble a bit, and it just falls to the ground. And then he hits for 8 damage on the drow. Well, not drow. The assassin. The assassin screams in pain. Blue blood sprays onto the slab as well as onto the floor. The other drow behind him freak out and lift up their swords in, like, surprise.
On.
And then the
I tell
drow
him, stop.
that attacked goes in for another swing.
Okay, now I try to stop him.
Okay, with what?
With my bare arms, trying to grab his arm,
Strength.
Stop, guy.
Roll for strength.
Miss. I was saying, Smex,
Yep.
if you have proficiency with long swords or short swords, you have proficiency with the Sunblade. It's not with finesse weapons.
Oh, I thought it was a finesse weapon.
No, finesse is a property, not a weapon type.
I'm getting those confused with Pathfinder again, I think.
Yeah, finesse just means that you can use strength or dex to do the attack. It's,
Okay.
yeah.
In that case, well, his strength would be fairly high, so let's see what this does. All right, so you manage to catch both his hands, and you keep him from hitting the assassin again. The assassin is now trying to scramble off the slab.
Yeah, I try to tell the others, grab him, but do not kill him. We need to interrogate him.
Okay.
Where he, kidnapped.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sakul, do you want to roll for let's say dexterity because you're trying to catch this guy, and then I'll roll for
Okay.
Morgak too because he's not going to be standing there AFK.
No,
the
he's
whole
back.
Oh,
time.
he's back.
Oh, he is back.
Morgak, a dex roll. Fast as you please.
Dex.
Roll or save.
Roll. You're trying to catch a guy from running away.
Please roll. Oh.
Okay. So
We haven't had a long rest yet, have we?
Nope.
no.
No.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Yep.
So this guy, I know for a fact, is a slippery son of a bitch. But not slippery enough, apparently. Sakul, you managed to, stick your foot out, and he face plants onto the ground.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just like,
The
this'll
classic
work.
move.
All right. So
You've fallen for the classic blunder.
so who wants the doggy pile?
Let's.
Yeah.
What do we do for that?
You just kind of fall on top of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll just sit on him.
It's like grappling.
Yeah, just it'd be a strength roll. So if you want to grapple him, you can.
Oh, God.
Alright.
This won't
Do you want me to roll too?
Yeah, sure.
not bad.
Why not all of you try and grapple?
Oh, 21. That'll probably work.
Especially when you
Bad
rolled a
luck.
10. So literally you guys
Even
have
Alf can do it.
you met it. So yeah. We're gonna say that Oust, Morgak, and Sakul, you managed to get a good grip on him. Hiv Sam, you're putting in his best effort as you can. You managed to grab a finger. He's like, I got him, guys!
The classic
I got him!"
finger hold.
Yeah, all of you have him restrained completely on the ground. The one of the drow off to the side comes with we'll say some iron shackles, and they take the arms of the fake drow and they put him in the shackles.
Yeah, and I tell them everything he can do, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna
All
say,
the
warn
things I
him
saw.
about the psychic things that he did.
Yeah,
Okay.
the psychic things and magic.
Roll for perception, please. Anybody can do this, like all of you can.
All the people. Come on.
All right,
Yes.
my perception, guys,
The
it's gonna be
legend
pretty bad.
continues of Eagle Eye Oust. Oh dear.
I know I had these saved, but I can't remember what I had them saved under. This is
Exhaustion
perfect.
is awful.
Yeah. It kind of sucks.
I thought we were long resting after that fight, but no.
Nope. You guys
Not
haven't
for a
rested
while
yet.
yet.
What does he have on him again? I can't remember. Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so the winner of this one will be Oust. Oust, you notice that this gentleman has a ring on one of his fingers. You're not entirely
Right.
sure what it does, but it probably is magic.
I kind of hold up my hand. It's like a pause gesture.
Yeah. So before they drag him away, they stop.
I kind of go towards him and point at the ring.
Mm-hmm. He pretends like he didn't even notice. He's like, whatever, it's just a ring.
Turn to Riff Sam. You can't bet on anything in this world. Have them take it away, and
Yeah.
identify it while you're at it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I tell them, you know, to just take the ring off, you know, as a safety measure and give it to me to scry.
Roll
And
for
I pull out-
persuasion for that.
Third time today.
Yeah. I'm just gonna continue rolling flat d20s, so it's not
No complication.
no complication. Okay,
Wow,
so
that is another 10.
so they're just like they're a little kind of hesitant, but they're just like, well, he did point out the fact that this wasn't caused by them, and this thing doesn't belong here. So with a little reluctance, you can tell the guy, one of the drow, takes the ring off and puts it into your hand, Hifsam.
Yeah, I know this, you know, thank you. And I pull out my book and start, you know, doing my thing.
Before you do that, Riff Sam, I want you to
Oh.
explain to them the issue with the Queen and her disappearing through a portal. They'll need to know that now rather than...
Oh, okay, so I'll tell them, you know, to sit down and prepare to hear everything that we saw, and, you know, I constantly send images of everything and story and
Yada, yada, yada.
Okay. All right. So before you identify it, we're gonna say that you explain all this information.
yeah.
We're gonna say it's probably gonna take about 10 minutes at least.
Yeah.
So while you're explaining it to one of the drow, a bunch of other drow are just kind of like looking through the bodies and just like trying to identify like who was killed and stuff like that. And while they're doing that, you just explain the whole situation to a single drow, so at least he can tell his men. One of the men notices the body of the captain of the guard, and they're all noticeably angry and upset, just because that was their leader.
Oh, I do the same thing he did when we told him the Flynn died. That gesture, you know,
Which one?
for the deceased. You know, when we met them the first time in the Mushroom Lands, they, you know...
Oh, you
Did
tell him
some-
about like when you met him the first time.
No, you know, that gesture, what the Drow do when they
Honoring
hear
the dead or
someone...
something.
Yeah, honoring the dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They accept your condolences.
Yeah.
So you see two drow take the corpse of the captain away, obviously to be given burial rites. The other drow just kind of like he starts talking in very, very broken common. More or less what he says is, we fix here, you go find Queen, or
Okay.
stop this happen again, kind of deal.
I nod and, you know, tell them that we'll try our best.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So,
After that, I go with the magic mambo jump.
Mm-hmm.
all right, and the ring is.
Well, you're starting it now, and it takes a while to do it, does it
10
not?
minutes,
10
yes.
minutes. Yeah, so you spent 10 minutes explaining all that to the one Drow. Now you're spending 10 minutes trying to identify the ring, so it's not done yet. While Hivsam is doing that, did you guys want to...
How dare you?
Not this.
Anywho...
Drum roll.
You were
what
saying
did you...
That up
Yeah, I
instead.
know. I got you. It's okay. So as you are doing that, Hivsam, do you guys want to like head out to what Chronox wanted you guys to do, or what do you want to do?
We are honestly exhausted right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be brutally honest. We could do very much with a rest. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys just want to rest here for 8 hours or a short rest? What do you think?
I think we need a long rest.
Well, my long rest is 4 hours, so
No more extended
probably-
drum roll.
I'll probably, you know, try to contact Masquerade while they're sleeping.
Okay. That's fine.
And after
good luck with
that-
that. There's terrible reception down here.
Oh yeah.
I did
And
mention
after
that.
that, either way, Smax. After I do that, I want to try to do, you know, practice the martial arts with shooting Eldritch Blast.
Okay. So I know meditation is a 4-hour thing, and then you'll have another 4 hours to do those two things, which
Yeah.
that's enough time, I think. We're gonna say that you guys return to the quarters that were given to you. Also, Sakul, we're gonna say that you're gonna sleep in the bed that Awen had because she's gone, and Elora and her wolf are gonna sleep in the separate quarters, just because there's not enough room for her with you guys there.
And the ring.
Okay, so the ring is a ring of evasion.
Ooh. What does that do?
It's got 3 charges left. Actually, no, it only has 2. Sorry. Let me just look that up real quick here. Boop ba doop.
2.5.
No, just 2. So ring of evasion, 2 with 2 charges.
quarters.
When failing a dexterity saving throw, you can use it to succeed on it instead.
Wow.
Okay, who has lowest dex? That looks good.
I think that might be you.
Let me Google it. Oh, it requires attunement. No, thank you. I'll pass. So, yeah.
I have
give it to
advantage
some-
on... Or wait, I wouldn't be saying that. I am really good at dodging things.
Wait a second. Meta knowledge. No.
No.
No meta.
No.
So,
For
I don't
now,
particularly
you can
have
just
a
like
need
keep
for
it in
it.
your pack until like you decide who gets it.
It's precious.
Yeah. the
Maybe
most-
we
I'm
can
not
give
sure
it-
anyone would want to use it knowing Rivsam's method of identifying objects.
Yeah, licking and biting
Totally
and
honest.
nibbling at it
and chewing.
and chewing, lots of chewing. Okay.
Ugh.
All right, and Hivsam, you also wanted to try and get in contact with Masquerade,
boss.
so you can
Masquerade.
roll religion with disadvantage.
You are in the underground. Oh dear.
Yes, you cannot pick up anything, not even
There's a horrific dial tone.
Yeah, there isn't even a dial tone. It's just like static.
Not even static.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just.
Bloody underground.
Yeah.
It's
Got
called televangelism. It's quite easy to find, actually.
Huh.
Yeah. You
should
could
get a new
start,
company,
Hivsam
Griff
could
Sam,
start a cult.
honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, my provider is terrible.
Alright, what was that second thing you were gonna do?
Oh yeah. Martial arts with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, so
Montage time.
do you want to do that there, or do you want to do it elsewhere?
Yeah, I'll probably exit, where everybody is not sleeping and try to find some, open place that is not crowded.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. Okay, so there's a couple places you could probably go. You're not entirely sure this entire layout of the palace. All you know about is the outskirts of the city that you might be able to fire off a couple shots because it's a really high ceiling. But
Yeah.
you do know that this used to be a dormant volcano, or this is a dormant volcano. So it's up to you whether or not you want to be doing that out there. You could also do it in the banquet hall if you wanted to, but you'd be causing probably some unwanted damage to their place.
Yeah, well, if nobody is there right now, because, I doubt everybody will be there because they ruined it, and no, probably is nobody there to interrupt me. Yeah, I'll go into the banquet hall.
Okay. So you enter into the banquet hall. It looks like most of the corpses have been cleared away, at least the drow corpses.
Yeah. So I do my thing.
Okay.
Dramatic
So
music.
roll for Arcana.
Huh.
It's not bad. So what were you trying to do? Just like fire off different Eldritch blasts, or
Mix it
No.
in with martial arts.
Yeah,
Okay.
to shoot more precisely and more effectively.
oh, Eldritch parkour. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
You
Done
step.
kata with magic.
You, s-
Exactly.
we're gonna
That's the
say
thing I was
that
pointing
you step on top of one of the dining tables and kind of kick away like the excess like dishes and stuff, and try and do a back. You try and do a backflip and then fire as you're backflipping towards the wall.
That is fantastically dexterous. I approve.
Now, you hit the wall, but you kind of like land funny and twist your ankle.
Oh boy.
So you're just like, ha! Ah!
That's a good thing no one else is watching.
Healing potions.
You're just kind of like, sprained.
This is why we can't have nice things.
So yeah,
Okay.
that might put you off the rest of the night, I think.
Yeah.
Crawls into bed crying.
Yeah.
Just hear some like quiet whimpers.
Sam, is that you?
No. No.
Why are you crying?
Bad dreams.
Yep,
Nightmares.
so many nightmares.
Okay, whatever.
Flying tomato soup.
Flying tomato soups everywhere.
Go to
You
sleep.
don't want to
Name
know.
of God.
I project him the image of flying tomato soup chasing him down the valley.
That's terrifying.
Is Oust scared though?
I don't know. Roll for.
I don't even know what would work for that.
I would say like, probably int.
Just pure int.
Yeah. No, it doesn't scare you whatsoever.
Go back to sleep. Ugh. Oust falls back to sleep.
Okay. And you are awakened by the wonderful chirpings of bats.
Oh God.
That's how you know
Why
it's
does it
morning.
smell so terrible in here?
Just hear like
Alright.
echolocation everywhere, wakes you up.
All right, here we go.
You're pretty sure it's morning. Maybe.
Time
Probably.
is hard to tell.
It's hard to tell underground.
All right, so that was a nice long rest.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Giggity goo.
so tomatoes, Sam? Really?
What tomatoes?
Why are you limping?
What tomatoes?
What limping? Are you insane? I was sleeping
No.
as a brick.
Like
You know what I just realized last night?
You know what? I'm not even gonna try. Whatever. Just you do you, man. You do you.
Okay, whatever.
Oh!
Jack. What?
Where's Ner?
What?
Where is Ner?
Oh boy.
Oh, that's easy. Alwyn.
Oh
had-
boy. I run away. Outside.
Oh God, Alwyn has him.
Yep. So, Morgak, they tell you that Alwyn has him, and Alwyn went through a portal to an unknown universe.
Oh God.
Morgak enters frenzied rage right after his long rest.
Oh, why is he being so quiet?
He's contemplating why not to murder all of us.
Am I gonna have to make you do like
This in of itself is intimidation, just like that.
I was gonna say, am I gonna have to make Morgak roll to not rage? How would I do that?
Wisdom.
Yeah, maybe do a wisdom save, Morgak, to keep you from raging.
Disadvantage.
Wait
Okay.
for it.
What?
Is-
I'm waiting for the roll.
Oh, is Morgak there? Is he?
I don't hear him. Did he mute himself?
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Oh, there you are.
Yay.
Oh, sorry. I'm waiting for Oz to roll,
Oh,
or no, like to respond to Morgan saying
I
that.
already did.
Oh, what did he say?
Said, oh, that's easy. He's with Alwyn
You let
through the portal.
go with Owen through a
I was
portal
under the
to
impression
another
Alwyn
dimension.
was leaving with the queen outside of the underground, but clearly she didn't.
You gave Owen Ner.
She took Nur. I did not give her Nur.
That's smart. Oust. Blame the others for your failures.
Oh
Uh,
no.
Roll for deception on that oust.
I literally can't get lower than that.
Oh, yeah, Morgak, you
Unless
believe
you
him.
botch, but still.
No, like I literally couldn't. It's +5. The lowest I can get is a 6.
I'm gonna have words with her.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah.
Okay, try not to ask her instantly.
Mm-hmm. That'd probably be preferred.
We'll see.
Okay.
Oust is feeling rather confused as to why he was able to react so quickly to the Drow swinging his sword.
That's a good question.
Just kind of looks at the Sunblade, real confused.
It winks at you.
That didn't happen, did it?
No,
No,
it
it
didn't.
definitely didn't. It definitely didn't.
Oust, you have some problems.
You're one to talk, buddy.
Exactly. I know the best.
Oh, Jesus.
Alright.
Cole probably thinks we're crazy.
Sakul is also crazy. We're all crazy here.
Oh,
I'm
so
kinda
Cole
like-
isn't exactly
special.
talking much.
It's kind of like the trait of this party.
Wait. Judging by Sakul's name, what was he cuddling?
The skulls of his
I
enemies.
think it was Flynn.
Bear hug. Bear hug.
Erag.
Yeah, he was having a bit of a anxiety attack, so I decided to cuddle him with a hug, and it
Aw.
managed to work.
Mm-hmm.
You knew Flynn.
Well, Flynn from my reality.
He's alive.
In my reality.
Is he a
Oh,
wizard? Like a magic man?
Magic Man? Yeah.
Yeah.
Magic
In your-
man.
Flynn was a magic man. You remember Flynn Morgak.
Oh, no, I'm saying in that world, is he a magic
Oh,
man?
yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah.
is.
No, he's a buff orc.
That's
Strange
random.
world you come from.
Alright. We need to... The astral plane, what am I saying?
yeah.
Ethereal.
Plane of the dead.
Geth's home, pretty much.
But how do we get there? We have no teleportations. I mean, to that realms.
Or wait, the ethereal realm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What he said.
Yeah, it's the ethereal one, not the astral one. Astral one's where all the eldritch horrors are.
And special sending service.
Did you say horrors or horrors?
Horrors.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Although, since all the eldritch things are there, probably both.
You know, we could always
Well,
just
the
kill
ethereal
you guys.
plane doesn't have any eldritch horrors in it. That's the astral plane. Or
Yeah.
astral realm, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one you really don't want to go to.
Yeah. No thanks.
So if you die, you go to the ethereal plane.
Yep, and then
Yep.
you get brought up by a lich and your soul is used up.
Well, it depends on like how good you are. If you go to the ethereal plane or if you go to the Nine Hells, you know.
Burning hells, fun
Burning
times.
Hells, yeah.
I thought it just ended.
Wow. Maybe.
Yeah, we don't exactly think about afterlife much, you know.
In the orc clans.
Nah.
Alright. What do we need to do then? Where are we going? When, where, what, why?
How is the question. So we need person who knows best about the dead. That would be Reaper, but he's not here. He probably died, so I have no idea. Probably contact some gods, but they're unavailable to answer right now. Tried last night.
Yeah.
You do know one person that's really good with corpses.
Who?
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 Woo.
Who?
Who dat?
Has Morgak disappeared again?
I think so.
Morgak, we
Last.
asked who?
Oh,
Just the
okay.
one.
Still wondering
Okay,
who.
sorry, I'm messing around with the on-screen keyboard that I'm using. It only works the left control. It doesn't work the right control for some.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
It's dumb. Anyway, we could always talk to the Lich.
There are a couple of problems that are presented with that consultation. First one is we have no idea where he is, which we want to know. And the second one is he would probably send us there himself before answering us to that.
That's where you're wrong. Because if we talk to the younger version that we're trying to find,
Yeah, but
then
You know, not a bad idea in practice, but we don't know who it is.
and
As
by
far
the
as we're
time we
aware,
find
it could
him,
be me.
yeah, and by the time we find him, we'll probably be, trying to bite your head off.
Mhm.
alright.
So at the moment,
Mesmerov could also help us, but he's not here.
if Sam, we're gonna say just for to speed things up a little bit, you do recall passing a graveyard with a mausoleum.
The place where no drow or dwarf dares to go.
Well,
That
it's
no
a-
man's land.
Yeah, it's a dwarven graveyard on the border of the drow and the dwarf.
Okay, folks, I have a
territory.
batshit crazy idea that we will reject at the moment I speak it. We
Oh,
go
so
to
a
the-
normal one.
Yeah, we go to that graveyard we found back there, and we try to, do some mumbo jumbo. I have a feeling that it will bring us there. Definitely not some meta knowledge.
What's
the hell's
meta-knowledge?
meta?
I have no idea. Probably knowledge about some. What are metas?
Metas.
Are
yeah.
you okay?
It's the best bet we
No.
got. Let's do it.
Okay.
Nobody is okay. Nobody.
Okay, how can we try to guess if we are going to the right direction?
Go to the mausoleum, kick the door in. If nothing happens, we believe.
I agree.
Logical.
That sounds sane enough.
Okay.
And what exactly are you looking for if you kick the door down?
No idea.
Portal to the ethereal realm.
Exactly.
Okay.
Listen, nothing
Trust
makes
me,
me
you don't know the
more.
tales of Arcanorc. He knows what he's talking about.
I'll take your word for it.
Time for a teensy bit of ambiance.
Ha! Ambiance.
On the donk.
Any
Guys,
hoozles.
I haven't killed a ghost before. That sounds fun.
And you do have a magic axe, so you can do it.
Yeah.
So we're
Do
gonna
we
say
need to buy?
Fists.
without.
Wait, folks. Do we need to buy anything before we go there at the alchemist store? And we can get some napalm thing or something. Maybe we can search for a dwarven smith to get us some maybe guns if they have some. Maybe.
We're in the Drow area. They don't really welcome dwarves.
Not so much.
Hmm. Then maybe.
Do you need to stock up on potions, Morgak? Or are you?
Remember how we went last time and checked, and the lady was very mean about everything.
Yeah, good point. Let's just go to the mausoleum.
I agree.
Honestly, we mentally scarred her anyway.
To some extent.
Yeah.
Okay, let's follow the Arcanor. What can go wrong?
Oh, don't say that.
What
A lot of
can't
things can go wrong.
Like what?
The DM is listening, so he could probably come up with a few ideas.
Oh, that's
What's
the
a
regular
DM?
Tuesday. Oh yeah, what's the DM?
What can't go
What is
wrong?
the,
Fairly little, actually.
True.
So,
So,
We're this deep, we may as well see it through.
all right, to the mausoleum then.
Okie
go.
dokie, Smokey. All right.
And we tell the guards we're going off to save the Drow Queen and restore the freedom to these.
I thought we were gonna tell him we're going to the mausoleum.
It's all part of that. It's all part of that.
Of course.
Who knows, maybe they know something we don't.
Apparently.
They
Anywho's-
told us nothing when I asked about it.
Did you ask them better?
Well, you can try to ask them better. I tried my
Hey.
best.
I go over and grab one.
Oh god. Sam, why are you bullying Morgak again?
Why not?
So I approach.
Because he can crush you
the
with
Drow.
one hand?
He's good orc.
2 fingers?
Okay.
Smexy,
Yeah.
Smacks
do
you.
I find a drow?
Does he pin one against a wall?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No.
Not so fast.
Oh, okay.
No. So we're gonna say, yeah, you find one of a drow guard, yeah.
Alright, I'm just gonna approach and try speaking in common to see if he understands what I'm saying. Do you understand what I'm saying?
He blinks at you blankly.
No, senora.
Do you know what I am saying?
No hablas inglés, senor.
So
They
he
don't
just
speak Spanish either!
so he just says something in a dialect that you don't understand, and he kind of shrugs his shoulders as he does it.
Frickin' drow.
Wow!
Walk away. Yeah, I can't talk to him.
Okay, let me try that again. Excuse me, kind sir, that stands. I speak mentally.
Okay. So
Can you tell us whereabouts of that foul dungeon that we see there on our way here that speaks in the foul dwarven language? And I present him everything I know about that
okay.
mausoleum.
So you send him images of the mausoleum, and he's just like, ah, and he says a bunch of stuff in Drow and points down to the exit of the city, and he starts
And
to
I
point,
tell him,
and then he points like a little bit like left, and then up, and then forward, and then right and left again.
Alright, now do a history
He
check.
says like,
can you try to read us that? And I have
so,
some paper to present to him.
okay. So he writes a bunch of like scribbles down, and he hands you the paper, and it's written in Drow.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
And I read it.
There you go. So it says, take a once you go past the gate, you go up the bluffs to the past the entrance of the gate, and then you make a right at a growth of mushrooms, and then you take a left after the growth of mushrooms when you passed by a bunch of dead corpses that you had come to on the way there, and then you go straight and then left again, and then the mausoleum and graveyard is all like sort of like in a pit in the center.
Please don't.
Seems logical.
It's kind of like a ravine. Yeah.
Okay, folks, I got the coordinates. Let's roll out.
All right. So you roll out.
Roll out.
It was the first stupid thing that it fell on my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's rev them. And so we go.
Okay.
Onward.
Okay. So you guys end up making it to the ravine, and in the ravine you see the small graveyard with the mausoleum just off the side of the path. So you walk up these stairs here and go straight back, and that's where the mausoleum is, just like in that back area there.
Is there anything around us that's notable?
Some inscriptions, something.
Roll for perception, see if you notice anything else.
Where is my...
Perception.
I need to up the volume on Fredboat.
I see nothing. I am awed by the architecture of this mausoleum.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful Doric columns, don't you say, Morgak?
Yeah, sure. Morgash's just kind of like looking around. Is like, this is kind of boring. I want to kill a ghost right now. So we're gonna say that Sakul, you notice that on the mausoleum there's some weird-looking writing, but you're not entirely sure what it says.
Oh, hello there.
Howdy ho.
Oh, welcome back. Okay. Before we continue, I want to catch Elora up real quick on what's happened thus far. So Chronox, the Eternal One, the Time Dragon God, told you and your friend Sakul that you guys needed to go assist this group because both your realities were in peril from an evil entity that is trying to destroy everybody's reality. And in return, he will reward you graciously for your assistance. Sakul already knows that you guys are here to help them find a cure for two of the characters that are infected with the Walking Dead disease, which is basically some incurable disease in this reality. But they already know the first ingredient are the dead pixies around his neck, as well as ectoplasm, and the person who can fix them is dead. So they're traveling to the ethereal plane to find ectoplasm and to talk to the dead guy who's going to tell them how to get cured of this disease.
And many other things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of what they're questing on right now. So you guys are all in the mausoleum together right now. And well, not in the mausoleum, but you're outside in the graveyard. And they just rolled for perception to see if they could see anything. The only person that noticed something right now is Sakul. He noticed that there's funny writing above the mausoleum door. If you want, you can roll for perception too and see if you notice anything else.
I got a 21.
Oh, and we're gonna say, you definitely noticed that there is dwarvish lettering written above the mausoleum door.
Aha! A language I can speak.
To run you down how to... You remember how to use your character sheet online? Oh, no, I have to do it for you. Sorry, I forgot. So we're going to see how well you do. So your perception... LMNOP. So you rolled a 7.
Oh, boy.
You see as much as really... Yeah, technically it's a 7, but it's a nat 1. That's not my fault. It's the computer. Don't hit me.
Double nat 1.
So You
Also, 3 sevens in a row. That's
that's interesting. So we're gonna say that you, and particularly Elora, don't notice that one of the steps is a little more broken than the other, and you actually like stick your foot through it, so the rocks just kind of like tumble through. You're not injured, but you kind of just like fuck. Luckily, everybody's perception rolls were fairly low, so no one really noticed it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's go with that.
I was you were looking. You kind of heard like a crash. You kind of like looked behind you. Do you say anything?
Just kind of raise my eyebrow and turn back to the runes.
Okay. Yeah.
What do they say?
So you can read Dwarvish, yeah?
Dwarvish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Indeed.
So, it's the same thing that Hifsam gleaned last time, because he can read writing as well. It says only the dead may enter here.
Well, it's a good thing a lot of us don't really have a life.
technically, we're half dead, so
No, if Sam were doomed to die.
that's the same thing.
It's fine. So the doors look like they are chained with rusty chains.
Warrior, do your job.
Morgak just raises an eyebrow at that. How about you give it a shot first?
Do it. Prove him wrong.
So Hifsam, do you want to fire off an Eldritch Blast on the chains?
I thought he was gonna just chop at it.
Or, yeah, Hifsam could, like, take Morgak's axe and chop at it, see what happens.
Oh, I want to try.
I hand you Nor.
Didn't we say bad things would happen when...
Shh, don't tell him.
Don't tell him. No.
Do I remember that?
No, you
I
don't.
know you weren't around.
No, you weren't around for that. You're just like, oh, give me the shiny axe. Give me.
Okay, I do.
Okay. Immediately, you see the axe kind of like lunge towards you with its tendrils and try and go for your face. Make a dexterity save.
Wish you were wearing that ring knight, weren't you?
All right, let's see how well this axe likes to bury itself into your head.
Nat 20.
God, this is gonna be like horrible.
Oh, jeez.
Boy,
Morgak, you need to bring out your spray bottle. You need to punish your axe. Oh,
Take-
dang.
Take 9 piercing as the tendrils just like dig into your cheeks.
What kind of weapon is this?
Want to know how I got these scars?
Morgak, do
I
you...
grab Nor and rip it out of her Sam's grasp.
Okay. Immediately the tendrils lax, and you see the blood just kind of like get absorbed into its tendrils, and it kind of like clicks a little.
So that's what you do.
there's some look at Smorgak, we're still fuming like the day before. That says nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I approach the chains and I will recklessly swing with Nor.
Okay.
Recklessly. Oh, boy.
We're gonna say those chains don't even. Well, we'll see if you hit first, but then yeah,
Oh, please don't.
they'll hit. Yeah, they'll hit. So yeah, the chains are actually very rusted. You could have just pulled them off. To be honest, they just kind of go poof, in like reddish dust. Just like they're really old. The lock just like disintegrates completely, and the doors kind of like creak a little bit open inward.
Harrison tells to us, turns all bloody and, angry and says, "Oh, so do you have some clothes here to bandage myself?"
Oh, yeah, I do have a herbalism kit. Get over here.
I get over there.
All right, where is medicine? There you go, buddy.
I
There
cast
you go.
guidance on you if you want.
Oh no, he's got
Why
a
not?
20 on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fine.
Just throw a D4 in there as well. Why not? There you go,
there you go.
24.
24. So, you immediately, because you know he could get an infection from these, like, piercings, you hand him what's basically peroxide. And he's like, excellent! He slaps it on like some balming liquid. He thinks it's like a cooling sensation. It burns! It burns a lot!
Medicine isn't pleasant, my good sir. I take the
I am-
peroxide back, bottle it carefully, and put it back in the pouch.
Do you want to make a con save to keep from screaming like a little girl?
I am used to.
Here comes the cod.
Screams like a little girl.
Blood-curdling
And
scream.
Sakul attempts to cuddle to calm him down.
You can.
What do you even roll for that performance?
Charisma.
Charisma.
Well, that works.
Yeah.
Makes
That's
sense.
what we used before.
Mhm.
Oh no.
He's more scared.
It's like, okay, so, Hifsam, as you are screaming in pain, you see this lumbering dragonborn who's, like, swinging his, like, mace haphazardly in one hand and holding out his clawed hand in another, like he's trying to bear hug you. What do you do?
No. I try to, to wave my arms, not to do that.
Do you back off, Sakul, or you take this as please? Please continue.
Yeah, back off.
Oh,
please.
do insight. Do insight, actually. I want to see how this goes.
Where is that?
Oh, that's for Sakul. Sakul
Oh,
does
that-
insight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, not so cool. There you go. So cool.
Oh, you want me to roll too?
Yeah, roll for insight. You're gonna try and
Got it.
interpret it. Yeah, he doesn't take it as a obvious thing. He's like, oh yeah, sure. You're trying to wave him off, but he takes it as like, yes, come on, come to me, and you don't stop. So, roll for strength, Sakul.
Oh gosh.
Fuck.
Sam's just getting crushed to death.
Okay. I'm going to get you to roll for strength as well, Hifsam.
You can't beat it.
It's a nat 20, but I
Just
I'm
roll.
gonna give you
Hopefully
the
can get
chance.
a nat 22.
I'm gonna. Ah!
New character. Well, we needed to be dead to enter, so, me next.
Oh my god. You hear the bones
So-
crack in your body as he gives you the biggest bear hug you've ever felt.
Great.
All right.
Okay,
How many
some-
bones did he break? Let's see. About 7.
Oh no.
I'm gonna do. A bear hug would be like, let's just say D10.
Oh my god.
5 crushing damage, I guess. Bludgeoning, I guess it would be.
Oh my
Oh
god,
my.
we're gonna kill Rivsam before we even enter the mausoleum.
I lost 14 HP on this single encounter with no enemy present.
The only
Alright.
enemy was your friends.
Yeah.
And the cuddler.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about that.
So, Crimson, for the rest of the day, he'll probably squeal tinily and try to survive with his broken bones, ankles.
No, honestly, looks like you bruised a few ribs. Sorry about that.
Crimson just squeals in response.
Anyway, we've got open doors. Shall we?
Okay.
Anyone want to do anything else before we enter?
I think I've done enough damage here. Let's keep going.
I agree.
In lieu of bringing out a torch, Alpst ignites the sunblade.
Okay. So, you guys enter into the mausoleum.
Oh, we can see all of it. Should we?
Shh, you can't see anything.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
I see a
Zooming
good
down
portion
to
of
the
it.
bottom. There we go.
I minimize.
Okay, there we go. Much
That's
better.
Okay, so we got Oust. Boop. Oh, wait, that's her house. Go away!
I'm an orc?
You're not in this. Shoo! Why are you all
Oh,
invisibly?
sorry, I just put myself down.
Oh, that's why. Boop.
You can do that?
Yeah, you can drag your characters. Basically, under characters, you drag your name onto the game, and then you just, boop, you're there.
Neat. Didn't know that.
So Elora, and we're
Good
also
to
gonna
know.
do Sakul.
Alright. 46 HP.
Boop.
Enter. There we go.
There's Sakul.
Alright.
Okay. So all of you should be able to move your character. I'm gonna double check you can as well. Sakul. Can be edited by. Okay.
There.
And then.
Morgak in the front. The usual scenario.
Controlled by.
And I'm
Yeah.
right behind you.
Okay. Can you move
And
your character at all? Sakul? Pick
What's
up your
that?
token. Pick you.
Good
Click
boy.
on your token and move them around. Let me know if you can move them.
Yeah.
He's-
No?
Perfect.
Yay.
Good. Good. Okay.
Yeah, I can move him.
Cool.
So cool in the back.
All right.
Back to the front.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and reveal, obviously, some territory here. So you come to a room in the center. You see a couple cobwebs. In addition to that, you also notice that there is a closed wooden door here in the front, and off to the side there is a hallway leading downwards.
So, right or forward?
He says while crying.
Right or
So-
forward?
Can I check for traps real quick?
Yes,
Oh,
please
yeah.
do. Roll for perception.
Oh.
Okay.
He
so-
knows every trap in the dungeon.
Morgak, you notice that as you enter into the room, you do hear a click
Oh, God.
as you did that, but nothing has happened. You look around and you notice that the entire room looks to have pressure plates. So every single square in here is a pressure plate. Above this door is written something in Dwarvish.
I read it over
I
his shoulder.
relay that to everyone. Alright, every tile in here is pressure plated.
Oh.
Oh crap.
Okay.
Well, I hope you have light feet, gentlemen.
I don't.
Ha!
As he's already stepped on it, it doesn't matter.
So what does the thing say?
Okay, so the thing says, basically it says kneel to pay homage to the dead.
Oh, so basically Indiana Jones and the Holy Grail.
Yes,
So we step on the plate and do a tumble roll because it will cut our heads, I think. I'll Google.
so
Yeah, but wouldn't it cut the head at the level of a dwarf?
Yeah, we're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
Crawl on the floor, gentlemen, and
Oh.
again.
Morgak will try taking a knee and see what happens.
taking a knee? Okay.
And if anything else happens, I'll try to do the worm across the floor because I'm pretty big.
Yeah, we got two big boys in this.
Fair enough. Okay, so you take a knee. You hear clicking coming from a far corner, and I don't want to shift that. That was an earthquake check.
Earthquake.
So you hear the clicking coming from one of the corners of the room, and you immediately see a bladed, what looks to be just like a giant shuriken, shoot towards you and embed itself into the wall. We're going to say right in the corner here. Hivsam, I want to make you do a dexterity save.
Oh, poor Hip Sam. Really should have put
See
on
that's
that ring.
now. Okay, yeah. You managed to just move your hand out of the way before it embeds into the wall.
And I turn around to everybody and say, Sixth sense.
What? Okay then.
I immediately can tell Elora is going to roll her eyes in that. Yeah, we're going to go with that.
And I go to the knees, just to be sure. Actually, I'll crawl to there.
You fool! You were supposed to be kneeling. Now it's level to the feet.
Shut up. They're dwarves. They look like that when they kneel.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, or it would be stupid if you had to kneel the entire time?
You
It's-
gotta do lunges.
Yeah, I was going to
Morgan.
say, you guys got to do lunges. Just like lunge and lunge.
Alright, Morgak just lunges towards this door.
Are we going towards that door then?
I
I'm
don't know, I
staying
was just
here.
moving to let you guys get in.
Yeah.
All right, lunging everywhere, and there shurikens. He's going
Okay, yeah.
south.
Wait, there might be a way to disable the trap.
Is there?
It shoots out of that hole. Does anything have something to plug the hole?
Yeah, there might be more holes. We don't know.
So we're going to say that 2 more pressure plates activate. Another one gets you to make a dex save there, Morgak.
Hmm. With his lunge.
With his lunge.
Jeez. Hmm.
You're fine. Yeah,
Does
you're
Morkak
more than
have
fine.
something that, like, he can't be, surprised or something?
Yeah, he's
No,
got
it's just
danger sense thing.
Yeah.
And then I got proficiency in dex saves last level, so,
Yeah, more or less he's fine. And I'm going to also say that a 4th one shoots out, but it hits
There.
like right here, so it misses Morgak completely. Okay.
Huh.
All right.
How many times do you think we have to do this for it to run out of ammo?
Not sure.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
That's the
yes.
correct answer.
Are you guys coming into the room, or am I just going to stand here?
But did you open the door?
I checked the door for trap.
And are there any?
Perceptione.
Roll for perception, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Maybe so. Maybe not.
None that you notice on the door, no.
I
hate it
opened
when
the
they say
door.
that. All right.
While kneeling, because there's probably going to be something that shoots out.
I'm still crawling.
So,
Hey,
did you
shuriken
say
the
that you
size of
opened the
Morgak.
door?
Yeah, but I'm in a knelt position.
Oh, okay. So you open the door slowly, but nothing happens. You see that.
Are all those pressure
there's
plates?
the hallway there. Here's the hallway
No.
there, and right in front is another door.
Okay, I crawl to here and see if I... What can I see there?
Okay. From what you can see there is that. What did I say? I got
A network of passages. Joy.
So from what you can see
we
at the
can
very
be-
end there, there's like 3, looks to be graves, sealed graves. That's about
we
it.
go there.
Also, I were you kneeling?
He's kneeling.
I'm crawling.
You're
You're
crawling.
warm.
Okay. We're gonna say that you're fine, Hif Sam.
Sweet.
Nothing fired out.
Just
So I
be
turn
careful
around to
taking
the
a
others
step.
and say, "We go down or through the doors." Oh shit! I can do telepathically that. I repeat telepathically.
Okay.
Why did you say that twice? Ugh.
How
Hate it when you
random.
do
I
that.
hear him so
In
tough.
case you didn't hear properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so cool. None of us know how he does it. He just kind of does.
That explains a lot of things.
So my question is still unanswered. We go down or we proceed through that
Well,
door?
what's down? What's through
Oh,
the door?
I didn't tell you. Oh, I see some coffins.
I'm not particularly tempted, but at the same time,
Maybe there are some undead that can help us.
yeah, maybe we'll find Reaper. Well, I'm
So,
fine with going down. Just watch out, there might be another trap on this, the one in front of you right there.
Okay, I scout if there are any traps.
All the pressure plates are in
Okay.
that room, so
Yeah.
no doubt there's going to be something.
Morgak did say that.
Yeah.
No, you think it's fine. Like, you figure Morgak set off all the traps. It doesn't
Well,
look like there's
folks,
much of anything
Confidently
else left.
stand up and step forward.
no, I still crawl back there.
You do? Okay. Um,
A
Hold on a
guillotine.
a guillotine. That would be mean of me, wouldn't it?
This
I was
tomb is
joking. That
laden
was a
with
joke.
red
No,
marks.
no.
No, that was a joke. I was just kidding, guys. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
But is it a joke to her, Sam? Now? No.
So as you move through that pressure plate, another one shoots out and nearly hits Morgak. Luckily for him, he's got his danger sense and goodness.
Whoops.
He catches the shuriken.
And he throws it back.
Ah! What's it doing?
Ah!
Go away.
Earthquakes.
What is this madness?
You know what? I'm just gonna do
The
it this way
chambers
because
move.
I'm just gonna do it this way because it makes things so much easier. Just do that. Yeah. Okay.
That'll work.
Any
It's
hoozles.
fine.
So yeah, that's another pressure plate down. So
Okay,
you
I'll
make
go
your way through
suicide
that.
run and proceed down.
Wait, what?
What?
I can run back.
So nothing happens. It looks like this
The
hallway is
door
clear,
slams.
and you manage to see that much.
Okay. I guess
It
we go
says so.
join him.
Okay, I stand up now
Follow.
Just
and
kind of
go.
squatting, slowly going forward and around.
Squatting slugs in track suits. Okay, so I crawl slowly here, you know, up with the edge of the wall.
No hidden passages about, are there? Probably not.
So,
Okay.
I'm just gonna, yeah, okay. So we'll move Elora behind Zakul. So you guys go in here, and you see this. So it looks like it's just the gravestones and a collapsed wall of rock off to the side. So it's like it looks like a dead end. The three gravestones, or the three graves that you see there, are dwarven in nature.
Who are buried there? If it is written.
I do believe I remember him saying something about dwarven nobility or something being buried here.
Oh,
He
no,
wants
it
to
is
go
only-
grave robbing.
I'm not really in the mood for that,
Yeah, alright.
but, you know.
Why not? I mean, we know why not, but why not?
What are the dwarves gonna put an ancient magic curse on us?
Yeah,
Okay, facts. They don't really do magic,
but they have gold.
and they do have gods from which they can call on for favors,
Aren't most
And
of the
you know
gods
the
in
god-
prison right now?
such as disturbing the dead. Pretty sure that's just Geth in general, though. I don't know how he'd react.
Okay.
I thought Geth was
Um,
just anti anything coming from that.
So
Coming
Hivsam,
back from undeath.
you're pretty sure that this entire area has been collapsed in on. There's no real secret passage or anything.
Oh,
Sorry.
Alright, nothing
So-
interesting about the coffins?
Well, they are sealed stone coffins. With a little bit of strength, you might be able to push the slab off of these and see what's inside. But I think you already know what's probably inside.
dead guy.
bodies.
I
Maybe with
prepare-
magic items, but there's always a worry in that. What do you guys want to do?
rack him up. Maybe. Okay, folks, we'll do this like in our motherland. Who votes for?
Oh.
Morgak just kicks open the coffin.
Okay.
Well done, comrade.
Okay.
House kind of spins around in surprise.
Oh yeah, I already Eldritch Blast in case something jumps out.
Okay, so well, since you rolled for strength on that, you will say that you managed to kick the coffin partially off, but it just
Dang.
kind of like settles back into it. So what it is it's not a complete solid stone slab that you can just like kick off. It's got like an insert in there as well. So it looks like you're gonna have to like try and dig your fingers underneath the top part and the actual bottom part of the coffin and lift it off.
Go ahead and give him some guidance with that, Riv Sam, and
I
let's have
do.
another go.
Alright, I give it another shot of just lifting it.
So another D4 to that.
Okay.
So,
So that's
wow.
another 21.
21.
Nice.
Morgak, you managed to get it up, but to push it off, you're going to need a little help. It's really heavy, even for you.
Alright. Let's get Skull Sakul over there, actually. I'm a bit of a wimp.
Yeah, let's get some scaly muscle in there.
Okay.
Oh,
Strength?
yeah. Strength. Woo!
Nice.
So cool.
And another D4.
You managed to one-hand this, and you kind of look to Morgak like, huh, see? And you just push it off to the side.
He's an old orc, don't judge.
Hey. I lifted it up so you could push it.
Yeah. Yeah. He helped. It's a group effort.
I did all the lifting. All you did was shove.
So as you shove it off, I want you to all roll for perception, please.
Oh, joy. The deadly gas enters the chamber. Oh, what is this? Why?
Okay.
Do we have a running
We're gonna
theme
think-
going?
We're gonna think that you're just a madman seeing things at some point.
Yeah, I'm starting to think that too. I don't know why.
Okay. So Sakul and Morgak are looking inside the coffin. They're kind of distracted.
What
Hivsam,
about Elora?
Hivsam, you're trying to like look in the coffin
Yeah,
as
Laura didn't
well.
roll.
And I'll get Elora to roll as well here. See what she does. Perception. So 19. Okay, so Oust and Elora. So Elora kind of looks to you, Oust, and kind of like brings her arms closer, like she felt like a cold, sort of like icy breeze, and you felt it too, just kind of like whoosh by you.
I kind of try to brighten the sunblade a little bit. I mean, that is in the feature. Did any of you feel that?
No.
It surprisingly does not smell.
We shouldn't be doing this.
What's in this coffin?
We really shouldn't be doing
So inside the coffin, you notice a obvious skeletal corpse of a dwarf. From the remaining garbs that are still around the skeletal frame, you believe it to be some rich dude. Because you're Morgak. You're just like, he's got shiny things.
Nothing that looks valuable, I take it.
Oh no, like there's some valuable things on there. There's like a necklace of gold and precious gems around its neck. On his he's wearing a helm that is also bejeweled and it looks to be gold too. On several of his fingers, he even has a couple of nice onyx rings, we'll say, with gold rings with onyx gems in them. He looks to be of noble birth, but we'll just say that Hivsam notices that he's a rich dude and you're basically in concurrence with that.
Or Sam, you grabbing the gold?
Ah.
Open up the bag of holding.
Oust refuses to grab any of it.
Well, there is a chance that this is cursed, so I want to take one of them and maybe try to see if it has some magic. Not identify, just
Arcana.
Alright.
yeah.
Suppose touching any of it. It doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Really doesn't feel right.
So,
As you can tell.
Morgak, you're just like, this is just shiny stuff. We could take this. Oust.
I'm just disturbed. Too disturbed to really look at it.
We're going to say that you don't notice anything untoward, but you're still uneasy. You're just like, I don't feel a presence, but I still think this is a bad idea. Elora, I'll get her to roll too.
Go ahead and join in, Sakol. There's no harm in it.
I
Yeah.
have no understanding of magic. That's why I wear 2 dead sprites around my neck. But I'll
It'll
try
be
anyway.
fine. Give it a go.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
See? You did better than Oust, who's a sorcerer.
And Elora got the same roll as Sakul. So, Elora tells you Sakul is like, probably best to leave it. As hard as that is for me to say, I don't want
As
to be
much as
turned
he
into
likes
a
money.
gooey corpse. And
What does?
if Sam, you notice that there is a. You notice that you're starting to feel the same icy chill that Elora and Oust felt. It's going. It feels like it went right through you, and it feels like it's the hairs on the back of your neck are standing up because it's like it's coming from like right here. And Oust,
Bloody.
you feel it too. You feel like it's right in front of your face. Like your face is like feeling cold right now.
Put
Yeah,
the lid
folks,
back on. Put the
put the
lid
lid
back
back
on.
on.
Put it back on now.
It looks
We need this
nasty,
more
yeah.
than corpses do, but fine.
But corpses are pretty greedy, for a dead person.
Morgak puts the lid back on.
All right.
That's heavy.
We'll get you to roll for strength. Sakul, do you want to help him with that?
Yeah.
Okay. 19 and 15. Okay, yeah, we'll say you guys get the lid back on. As you
The
do
chill's
that,
still there.
Sakul or Hivsam, you notice that the icy chill has kind of like dissipated, and it goes
Stupid
through you.
dooms.
It goes right through you. You get like a really, really bad shiver, and it heads in this direction.
Well,
Stupid undead. I wish we were paladins so we could consecrate this place and take this gold.
I don't think that's how paladins work. But
I don't think they take money
Wow.
from dead
maybe
people.
maybe anti-paladins.
Some of them probably do.
I'm just gonna
Blackguard.
burn the heretic and then steal their gold. It's fine. It's fine.
You don't
Alright, time to
understand.
do
My
some more
god is the
lunges.
god of thieves, you know.
Yeah. The god of fortune
Alright.
and pillaging.
Alright, do we still feel the ghost going along here? Hello?
So no, you don't feel any icy chills coming along at all. So as you walk down this hallway,
Hold up.
yep.
Are there any traps?
Yeah.
Okay, Morgak, this just kind of like instantly works for you, right? The danger sense, and
Yeah.
mechanical traps. So no, there's no mechanical traps that you can detect of any kind down this hallway.
Oh, I was meaning, like, if there's something that comes at me, if I can hear it or if I can see it, then I have advantage on the save.
That's fine.
But I can roll a perception real quick if you want.
No,
Just in
you don't have
general.
to. I'm not gonna make you roll for perception.
Alright.
Alright. Between these corridors, what lies there? No. Red
So
Sam charges forward.
between the
I'm
corridors,
already dead.
you see that, and you see this.
Are those eggs? Big eggs. Like massive eggs.
Lewison returns slowly backwards. There are some eggs there.
Perhaps we could make omelets.
That's what I was thinking.
Charges forward. We're eating well tonight.
I'll go down.
You go down.
Oh
Okay.
no, the party splits.
So
Mission accomplished. We
there's
got
there's
on.
nothing except just an empty chamber.
No
No
secret.
secret
That's what they
doors.
want you to think.
Never trust a secret chamber. Huh. Or, oh yeah, investigation. Shoot.
Any secrets there?
Investigation is not my pro. That's alright. Hello?
Sorry, I'm doing multiple things here.
Sorry.
No, there's absolutely nothing. It's literally just a dead end.
Alright.
The
We can
dead
either
end for
go
you.
right or go for the spiders. Spiders is it then.
Spiders?
We can go the other way if we want.
I'm fine with either. Cobwebs burn.
All right, burn them.
You
Or
sure
take
about
the
this?
knee so you have a shot.
Mouse kind of shrugs and holds a firebolt in his hand. Holds it
So-
in both hands like he's about to pitch it and just throws it down the hallway.
Those are down the hallway. Okay. So
I stand here behind.
we're gonna get you to try to hit it from that distance.
A nice 27 do it.
A nice 27 does do it. Okay. So you see at the far end, the cobwebs start to burn in flames, and any eggs
fun.
that are there are now engulfed in fire.
No, the omelets.
Nah, it'll cook them faster.
Oh, facts.
It's still
Uh,
good. It's still good.
Morgak, I want to get you to roll for perception, seeing as you're the closest to the end of that hallway. Okay.
Solid.
So we're gonna say that as Oust threw it, he lit up the hallway long enough for you to notice that the egg that you do see is broken open. It's hatched already, whatever it is.
Ah, shit.
What?
No omelette.
The egg's broken open. There's nothing in there.
All right,
Kinda
back to me.
went, Scotsman or Irish there. Don't know what that was all about. That's not good. Huh. Moving forward, I guess. You want to go along this way, or you want to go through the door? Either way.
Well, if there's
There's a
something
door?
around here, they can always jump us. That's a bad thing.
Facts. Alright. Let's see.
By the way, Elora's like a mile behind us.
It's okay, I'll catch her up.
She's just chilling, getting possessed by a ghost.
They make for good conversation.
hmm
They do.
Oh, yeah.
So right now this entire area is kind of like on fire. But from what you can tell, there were more eggs through the fire, and they are empty.
Yeah, there's a lot of eggs here and there on fire and empty.
Ah, so no lunch.
No.
I was thinking breakfast.
Well, that ruined my
We
day.
don't even know what time it is, honestly.
It's time for breakfast.
If
I
Morgak
have
says
the
it's
craving
breakfast
for
time,
eggs.
it's breakfast time. Alright. Do we want to move forward into the fire room?
Yeah, you should probably try to extinguish it.
Yeah,
I
fair
mean,
enough.
stone doesn't burn, so
Yeah, but orc does and elf does, and
yeah. But if it
Well,
can't spread past here, we'll find.
yeah, that's true. And honestly, there's not much that's gonna burn for very long. Just wait it out, guys. As far as we know, whatever's in there might be falling out. That's an unsettling thought, isn't it? We wait for the fire to burn down.
but
Okay.
nothing unusual.
It was a firebolt,
Holding-
so it didn't have much to really burn. Most of this is rock and egg doesn't really burn so much. So we're gonna say that it's kind of smoldering after a few minutes.
It doesn't.
It's not dangerous to enter into at all, really.
House kind of snaps his fingers and the embers go out.
Okay. We're gonna say that works.
Yeah.
You kind of snap
And
it
I enter in.
Why are you always charging ahead?
He smells gold.
out.
Yes, a banker's greatest sense.
Yeah. A boon, if you will.
All right. Anything around these little spots?
Not that you notice. From what you did, you burnt away most of what was around it, but this looks like it was a nest of some sort. And there are 3 eggs from what you notice that are hatched. There are no other eggs, just the 3.
Okay.
Alright, we got nest, we got a bunch of webbing. I'm gonna bank on giant spiders.
Yeah.
You don't say.
Is this a path?
No,
Or
no,
is this
that's
just an empty
This
room?
is just like like something dug. through
I
this.
gotcha.
Yeah, this was like another one of those like dead ends, like this one, but something dug a nest.
That's kind of disconcerting.
So there is only one way now.
Yep. Any traps on the door that you can see, Morgak?
And look,
All right.
looks fine.
Yep.
I
Peachy
trust
keen.
your insight there. Open the door. Anything
Yeah.
on it at all?
I prepare a judge blast,
Don't
just
forget
as
to knock.
usual.
There's this old thing we used to do where we breached and cleared. Somebody would kick down the door, duck, and somebody behind him would throw a javelin. Wanna try
I
that?
start-
Do you want to try that now? Before
Yeah.
I reveal it?
Alright, Morgak kicks down the door if he has approval. And then
Alright.
takes a knee so anybody behind can do ranged attacks.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand hugging the wall on this side.
Mm-hmm.
If Sam can hug the wall on this side, I will throw a firebolt down here while he can do an eldritch blast.
Okay.
Should work out.
All right. So,
Could be cleaner.
kicks
but-
down the door. You immediately fire off an Eldritch Blast and Firebolt. Because you guys couldn't exactly see where you're aiming except for straight, we're going to say that both hit the busted statue here.
Oh, it's super busted now.
And
Throw those damages down, Sam.
Okay.
15 and
Uh,
7. So,
Yeah.
So we're going to say that you managed to toss a bunch of debris in this direction up against the wall here. But you blasted a couple of pieces of like sculpture over in that direction. But that's about it.
What was the sculpture?
well, it's going to be harder to tell now. Let's
Yep.
get into the room.
That wasn't too bad for a first try. Next time.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else in the room that we can see now that we're in it?
Okay. I'll reveal the rest of it here. So, you
Inside, you find Dagon Bar.
see. Hold
Never saw
on.
that one coming, did you?
So you notice that in this end here, on the far end, is covered by a solid boulder. Looks like it collapsed in on here a while ago. In the center, you notice that there is a broken statue.
Broken now.
From what you could tell, this is kind of like a statue of it looks to be like a noble dwarf, possibly someone of high stature. You're not entirely sure because of course it's busted. Now it's even more
A
busted.
dwarf of high stature.
Yeah.
More
that
like
was a
low
joke.
stature.
That's because they're short.
Wah, wah, wah.
Racism.
It's because they're short.
What else is there?
Any text, any something.
Well, we're gonna get you to roll for. Actually, no. I'm just gonna do this as a passive thing. Hivsam
There.
and Oust, and
Yeah.
also Elora, notice that there's a magical aura in this room, centered on this point here.
Well, we probably
Identification.
shouldn't have damaged this, but let's see. Do I have guidance on that, my good sir?
You do.
Ah, that's a 20 then. What secrets do you hold?
Suckling wind.
Self-destruct initiated. What?
That's just a statue,
What does
guys.
nuclear explosion mean?
So we're gonna
Why
say
does the
that
statue glow?
you feel an icy chill coming from the statue as well,
Oh god, not again.
and you feel like something's watching you right now
Alright,
from
I'm sick of
all
this shit.
around you.
I take out my tome and start identifying this thing.
That's 10 minutes of time, sir.
Identifying the statue.
Yeah.
Okay.
To save then, sorry.
Yeah, we'll do that. Is there anything you guys want to do while Hivsam's doing that now?
Hey, Morgak, doesn't this look like a passage over here?
Yeah, but doesn't that look like a passage? And Morgak points up towards
Right
is this
here,
a door
it's
right here?
double stone doors. Into
Yeah,
another
but
chamber.
looks like... Huh. You think you could move the boulder at some point?
I can give it a shot. So
Yeah.
cool. Do you want to look at it first? I'm gonna check for trap.
The door or the boulder?
The boulder.
Oh, okay. I'll look at the boulder.
Yeah, these are doors.
Yep.
There are definitely doors.
Mhm.
Oh,
I was half
really?
expecting you to say when you said, I'm gonna look at the boulder, perception roll.
Oh no, I'm checking the door for traps.
All
There are
right,
no
let's do
traps, only
perception.
Doors.
Gotta see if it's a boulder, but I'm not quite sure.
That's a big rock.
Yeah,
It's
that's definitely a
rock,
boulder.
but I'm
Yeah.
not sure if it's a boulder.
Or is it a very, very small mountain?
Now that's
I don't know,
the
guys. This
question.
is kind of stumping me.
Pick up the mountain. Become the
Last I
legend.
checked, it's not a stump because it's not a tree.
Oh. Alright. Move boulder, maybe? Give it a go.
Oh, you want me to move the boulder?
Yeah. Strength.
I'll help you out. I'll try to roll him as well.
Oh.
In the meantime, I'll be chewing the statue, you know.
Alright.
Alright.
So,
Sakul, you managed to shove the boulder a little bit. Morgak, unfortunately, you weren't able to do a whole lot.
let's see if unlikely Oust can help out. Oh, Lord. Nope.
No,
Worse than Morgak.
Oust does not help out so much. We're gonna say that gets revealed.
How quaint. It looks like a fist.
Yeah, this isn't moving.
Are we gonna try this again? Or do you want to just go through the doors and come back to this later? I mean, we're waiting on this guy. So.
Yeah, we all turn around and see it. It's him licking the statue.
Oh my game.
You have to be marble. Grabs loot. Alright, may as well see some fancy performance. Beautiful. Let me dance.
Oh my god.
Morgak
Morgak.
just hears the loot, and it's just so like disgusted. He falls over.
The loot playing is very screechy and out of tune, but Oust manages to find some semblance of a beat out of it, and is actually performing quite well to his abilities. Morgak, you literally trip over your own 2 feet. and you fall to the ground and you try and like just dust yourself off like nothing's happening. While you guys are
Alright,
dancing
what
like
is that noise?
schmoes, Hiv Sam,
I
as you're reading in your tomb, you kind of hear inside your head like this sort of like distant voice, but it sounds like dwarvish to you.
Project it to me, boy.
I do that.
Who's there? What is this?
Flying tomato soup.
So, Oust, you hear like, hello, basically.
Help or hello?
Is anyone? Yes. 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 Yep.
God, the reception is so bad.
I know, right?
I move closer to Harib Sam and kind of get right next to him, seeing if that helps.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
have my
and
phone.
then you're just like, hello, is this thing on? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Woohoo!
I press
Can you
my
see
hand
me?
against the statue.
Okay. When you do that, you immediately feel a very cold chill go up your arm, down your spine. Your
Don't touch
hairs
that,
kind of
please.
like go up, stick up, and you get like a flash of like this bluish corporeal form of like what looks to be a dwarf with a crown on his head and holding a great war axe. Not dissimilar to the war axe that's been busted on this floor here.
Is that war axe recognizable at all?
Not the war axe itself, but you believe this person to be probably a dead king
of some sort.
of some sort. Yes.
I stumble backwards.
Okay. Into the
Every
webbing,
time-
and you immediately get stuck.
Considering the fact that I'm immune to fire, I immediately set myself ablaze.
You are immune to fire. Are your clothes, sir?
I'm pretty sure that's what immunity does.
Not really.
Are
You
you
know
sure?
Daenerys off of
Isn't
Game of
that-
Thrones.
One second, I'm looking up
Daenerys.
what Firebolt does anyway. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried. So,
If it isn't being worn or carried.
yes, but I am wearing
you-
my clothing.
Yeah, but you cast it on yourself, therefore.
Like on the webbings, which then spread to myself.
Yeah, exactly. Your cloak is now on fire.
I put it out with an Arcana check, I guess.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. He's just like, shoo! You just kind of like snuff it out. It's burnt around the bottom half, but it seems to be fairly well intact.
Always
so.
with the bleeding apparitions, I swear.
So I'm still identifying this thing, right?
So you have identified it as the first king of the Dwarvish Empire.
All hail the king!
Oh
Wouldn't
God,
he
it
be the
infected him.
emperor?
I don't know.
Ave Imperator Morituri. Oh wait.
Not emperor,
We're alive.
just king.
Speaking in tongues.
He's a witch! Wait,
Yeah.
no.
And what about the statue's magic?
Well, the statue itself isn't magic, but it seems like the apparition that Hivsam has been bound to it. Where are you going, Oust?
No.
Sorry, I should say Oust. Oust,
Yeah.
you feel like the spirit is bound to the statue. And-
Shall we try to free him?
Yeah, you can. You just can't see him. You can feel him.
Is that a really stupid idea or just stupid idea?
There's a spirit inside the statue.
Do you think he likes music?
I'm not willing to touch the statue again to find out. If you want to, feel free, but I am not up for that.
Is True Sam shooting the statue?
Are you shooting the statue?
Tell them to get out of the way.
Okay, he is shooting the statue. Everyone get out of the way. Need to move. Okay,
The
so
blind devotion to the king has been instilled on him.
so you're
Flee.
blowing more pieces off the statue into the corner and into the webbing, but you can't really tell if it's having any effect whatsoever.
I'll probably stop at some point, you know.
But in the meantime, let's throw another one on there.
Nah. It's enough.
Okay.
He'll come sooner or later.
So
That door.
why exactly were you just tempted to do that?
He might be bound. Well, he was bound.
He
to
might
it,
be
so,
bound for a reason.
Well, he's the closest person that has the knowledge about the dead, so at least I tried.
Yeah.
How about we call this a backup plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a deal. You want to go through the doors or give another throw at the boulder?
Let's try the doors.
So
Alright.
before you guys open up the door, Elora just kind of like looks at the statue and was like, "Which one of you had those glasses?
That'd be me.
May I borrow those, please?"
I hand them over.
So you hand them over, and she puts on the goggles, and she turns, and she's like, "Oh, hello there, my dear. Yes, they are imbeciles. It's all right, though. It's fine."
Turns to wall.
Oh,
Elora's going into
yes.
serious method acting here.
yes, I understand. That was a nice statue. I know. Oh, you want to talk to him? Okay. One moment, please. She turns to Hifsam, takes off the glasses, like, "He would like to speak with you, dear."
Should I?
Uh,
Alright.
telling you ahead of time that he cannot speak Dwarvish.
Okay, I put on the glasses.
All right. She steps aside. She's like, "Good luck." And I'm just gonna try and pull up just like a regular version of this because I don't know if I can really find one. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Yeah, sure, we'll go with that. That's fairly accurate. So you see this ghostly apparition pop up, and it's like, "What the bloody hell is wrong with you blowing the statue all over the place like that? It's very expensive, made of marble."
I
Why were
I
you
apologize in my stupidity, Your Majesty, because I am as you probably know, an elf, which would imply that we are incredibly stupid or insane. Probably both of those. So I tried to free you from this magic, but it appears it was not the magic that was binding you. I apologize once again, and I bow.
Roll for persuasion.
Come on. Oh. Let's see. Gotta get a roll from the king.
Alright, let's give this a shot here. Kings tend to be fairly charismatic, so this is gonna be...
But they can be gullible.
Where's that wisdom?
I'll throw it as a +3, we'll see. Oh shit, he got that one!
I'll believe you this time.
It's like, "Oh, you seem like a nice boy. It's alright. It's
And
alright."
now,
Look,
by chance, is the apparition ginger dwarf missing one finger?
no.
Oh God.
So he's just like, "Alright, here's what you do, laddie. I need you to push that little wee button on the bottom of the statue pedestal, and I'll explain exactly why in a moment once you do so. Alright?"
Alright. And I approach and press the button.
Okay, so underneath the pedestal, you see sort of like this little thing kind of sticking out. It's like look like a little switch or a button. You just kind of push and it kind of like digs in. And as you do so, underneath of where you pushed, a sort of like stone shelf just kind of like pops open. and in it are several what looks to be very, very dusty potions filled with a murky, sort of like silvery liquid. Like, like a magnesium kind of deal. Yeah.
Okay.
So the apparition comes up behind you as you feel like a cold shiver run down the back of your spine. He's like, "You see those over there? You read the sign above the mausoleum, yeah? What did it
Yes.
say?"
Only the dead live here, I guess.
"Only the dead may enter here." Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So those will kill ya. Alright? Only temporarily, though. It's more of a... I don't know the science behind it, to be honest with you. But it separates the soul from the body. Alright? You do that, and you can help me get to where I need to go. Some little snot-nosed brat of a tiefling decided to break in here and start dicking around with a bunch of things without knowing anything about this. He managed to get past
like
the
a bunch of...
traps. See, the problem here is he set up shop all deeper into this mausoleum here, and he's got all these weird experiments that he's been doing. Murdered a goddamn giant spider just for fun. It's in the other room. Really stinks up the mother. But the next room over there, you kinda gotta be, well, like me, to get where you gotta go. You know what I'm saying, laddie?
How did he get in there? I don't hear any of this, so I can't
I
guess
send that to everybody else. What I
Okay.
hear and...
So through images, Hivsam kind of sends to all of you that these potions that he managed to just find, surprisingly enough, without your knowledge, are supposed to basically separate the material from the immaterial, basically the soul from the body. And the king wants you to drink these potions and to help him get to where he needs to go.
Oh...
Before that, does he know anything about what's in this room over here?
Okay. We'll say that Hivsam reiterates that to the dwarf man, and he says like, nah, nothing in there but skeletons. Lesser, we'll say nobles. That is just a bunch of dead people with rags. Nothing of real value. The real value is across the plane into the ethereal realm, my friends. Knowledge. Plenty of it. Plus, my family is back there, and I would really like to get to see them again.
I guess we're on the same... Our paths align, Your Majesty, and we will try to help you.
Please, call me Jorn.
Alright, John.
Aye.
So,
John
is there anything-
Ironborn. My father had a sense of humor with the rhyming. It annoyed the shit out of me.
That is nice to know. One question before we drink this thing. Is there anything that can threaten our bodies where we're in trance or separation from our bodies?
Well, I can... Well, the best thing you could probably do is lock the doors.
Yeah, I have one idea. I'll put it in the tiny hut and make it really, really black, not being able to anyone to see through it on some dark place, and then we drink the potion and go there.
Okay. So, you cast the tiny little hut.
Lasts for 8 hours.
I will put it here.
Where? I don't see where you...
In there?
Yeah, I mean it's closed space.
Wait, where are you putting it? Sorry, I didn't see your ping.
Left, down.
Oh, left down. Okay, I got you. Okay. Whoa. That was loud. Okay. So, we're going to say that you wander over there. And
I don't know how we're all gonna fit in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty big.
I don't
You
think
guys
that-
fit. You guys fit like a 5-foot square, so you can fit 4 people in there.
Yeah, that's okay.
So
We have.
before you do that though, Hivsam, he
Yeah?
goes like, see, there's a problem with that. You're not all gonna fit in there, and who's gonna drag the bodies into the hut?
Drag bodies into what?
The hut. I mean, you all have to drink the potion, so there's gonna be one body or at least 2 lying outside the hut.
Huh. Well, yes. So a 10-foot radius.
Could have just been,
You can
Yeah,
put it here.
that.
Yeah, we'll put it here.
All right, in there. All right, put it there. All right. So I'm assuming for you grab your potions and then go into the hut.
Yeah.
Okay. Elora's just like, well, I'm not hanging outside, so. So that's Hivsam, Oust, and Elora are in there. Sakul or Morgak, who wants to be outside the hut?
I'll be outside.
Okay, so Morgak, you'll go in with your potion.
He had to go away for a second.
Okay,
So-
10-foot radius.
we're gonna say he reluctantly goes.
I think we can all fit in there because 10-foot.
Radius? Oh, it's
Oh,
radius.
radius.
It's radius?
Isn't that?
So that's 20. So,
This is 15. This is 20.
yeah. So that'd like barely fit in here.
So
Yep,
you
there it
all
is.
fit in there.
That's perfect.
Okay. So you all put yourselves inside the hut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. And
Glug, glug, glug.
glug glug glug, drink your potions, and we'll just say for slow sake then you guys just use your regular minis, but we're going to say that your bodies have been left behind in this hut.
Oh, God.
We're
So-
undead now.
As soon as you drink your potions, you all feel like normal. It didn't taste funny or anything, but you look down and all your bodies are like lying sprawled on the ground, and you look at your hands and they're all wavy and gray.
Can I try to fly?
You can try.
I try.
All right, so try and do an athletics check then. Okay.
Backflip.
So you managed
Brain
to just
dingle.
go like, I'm floating. So yeah, you're floating about like maybe 5-10 feet in the air.
Oh, nice.
Do we still have our weapons and such?
No, you're unarmed.
Huh.
Heh, a magician is never unarmed. Well, actually, yes, we don't have our components, so...
Ghost firebolt.
I'm armed with hugs.
Hugs. Yes, plenty of
The
hugs.
most dangerous of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And now we all
Jan,
see this guy.
Where now?
So now he says we have to go through this door, but
Okay.
there's a slight issue.
What's
You are all sort of unarmed a little bit,
Yeah,
but
that's true.
there's a giant spider in here. Try not to wake it up. All right.
Okay.
So there's
Try
gonna be a
stealth.
stealth roll, baby.
Ah,
Digga 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 da.
Crap. Yeah.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
I-
Felvin, please.
you guys want to open up the? Actually, you don't even have to open up the door. You just want to phase through
pass
the door. Just pass through the door.
Alright,
no.
throw a Morgax in there.
Okay.
Oh god, that is a big spider.
So he says it's like, all right, where is that little bugger? There's its
Alright,
corpse.
Time for stealth.
All right. So Oust gives him. Oh, yeah.
Grip Sam was a bit poor with his.
Gives him was 7.
Tries to do his.
We're gonna see how observant this thing is. But I am gonna give it disadvantage, so I'm gonna roll it twice. So So. Oh, well, look at that. Okay, so you can hear some clicking, and you hear it coming from above you. Any of you want to look up?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. So
It's a ghost spider.
pretty much, actually.
The spider
wait,
got
I'm
the
back
potion
where I
too.
missed.
Ghost spider.
Yeah. So
We're ghosts now.
yeah.
Seriously, I leave for 5 seconds and we die.
We're not dead, but we're not
Technically.
alive either. We're both at the
So-
same time.
To fill you in real quick, you guys drank potions that this dwarven ghost king told you to drink to be incorporeal. And because you did that, you're now in sort of like a ghost plane on this reality. And there is a giant, colossal dead spider on the ground. But its ghost version is upside down, just kind of like chilling above you on the ceiling in a giant web.
So yeah, stealth check, Morgak.
If he gets a nat 1, then this will be interesting.
That's fine. Welcome to the stealth crew. Stork at it again.
Because of that mithril, it's paying off.
Wait, do we have clothing on either?
Yeah, you got clothing on.
Ghost clothing.
Ghost mithril armor.
Even lighter than before.
Also a heads up there, Morgak, you guys are unarmed. Any people that had physical weapons, obviously they don't have them right now because they're like on the bodies.
Ghosts. Okay,
So-
so I don't have Ghost Nor with me.
No.
What is this thing here?
that is
I'm
the ghost
cool
of
with
the
that.
spider.
So
arrow
that
thing.
big
Oh, that.
that part there,
I'm armed
that
with
is a
ghost hug.
Yeah.
so in front of you on this pedestal there is a giant I'm just going to make this a map layer right now for the spider corpse.
Obelisk.
There's a giant metal we'll say steel double doors standing on a pedestal.
Neat.
The dwarvish king face palms himself and he's like, bloody hell, I've never been in this room. I kind of forgot, but then again it's been about 2,000 years since I've been stuck in that other area. But slight issue, that physical door we can't really go through. Something about door of shadows, I don't know. I can't really remember how it works. It's been a while.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Do we remember from some other sources what those doors are?
Can't we go into the stone and go around the door?
Yeah.
We can go through the door, but it's not gonna take us where we need to go. We can maybe try over there. There's a doorway over there.
Who's gonna charge in? I mean, we're all ghosts, it does not matter. I stick only my head through it.
Okay, so you stick your head through, and you see a very long hallway to the other end where is a stone door.
I point my thumbs, while still my head is protruding in. It's safe, and I go in.
Okay.
You actually.
Yeah, you just kind of like float on through.
Oh. Okay, I'll shove my head through this and see if I can see anything here.
You see rock and shale. It's
Okay,
literally it. Rock, shale, and clay. That's about it.
then we continue.
I see gold.
Hey, girl.
Nope, no such luck.
You see the corpse of Jimmy Hoffa, but you don't know who Jimmy Hoffa is, so it doesn't matter.
Too soon.
Too soon. Alright. So you stick your, I'm assuming, head through the
Yeah.
stone door too? Okay. So you see a bed out of the corner there.
And on that
Okay.
bed,
nothing.
I slowly go here, and then I peek at the other side.
Okay.
Well, okay.
You also follow, I'm guessing?
What?
But Oust, you're following too, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just behind him. I'm waiting to see what he says.
Okay. They never have it when I need it. Okay, 1 second. Bloody hell. That's kind of what I was looking for. Let's just say this for now. Boop. Oh, bloody hell.
It's a tiefling.
Well, if it wants to be.
It's a something.
It's a thing, that's a thing, it's a thing that I want it to be.
Wait, Oust, now that I think of it, if we remain in this shape, we will never die from the mushroom disease.
As far as we know, it will infect our souls, and it will get even worse.
And everyone will die.
Yes.
It's kooky. Big
Zazzer,
Oh.
is that you?
kooky.
Okay.
Better work, or else I will be thoroughly annoyed.
Ah!
Oh Jesus! That's not supposed to be that size. At all. There we go. I am happy now with that. Okay. So so what you see is a
Is a giant
tiefling
head.
sitting at a desk.
Go and poke him.
You do that.
Why should I do that? You should do that. You don't feel any rib pain right now.
Cronic walks past.
Yeah, faces
Wait a
past.
second.
Elora's just like, who's that man?
I'm assuming it's that
Joking.
tiefling that King was talking about.
Mm-hmm. So Morgak, you immediately recognize this tiefling as Reaper.
Oh my god, it is him.
Oh my god, it's him.
What's a him?
Cramer.
Okay. He looks hot.
He's a necromancer.
Ooh, kinky.
Wait,
Oh my god.
Please stop.
wait.
Turns towards her, just shakes my head.
I searched for a certain head.
Yes,
So
investigate
you don't see it
all
there,
the things.
but we'll say on the table off to the side, there's a bunch of like apothecary things, and we'll say on a jar on one of these tables.
Oh, the first one was a natural 20. Oh.
We'll say that on, because this is like a shelf of multiple things, at the very top in a what looks to be an embalming jar, there is a head.
Is it? Could
It's
it
I
be?
hug it like my own son.
It's Jerry,
Is it
and your hand
collectible?
goes right through it.
Eyes snap open and he screams.
No, it doesn't seem to notice you at all.
Is
But-
the head
but he does-
collectible?
So the head kind of like gurgles something to the tiefling, but you guys can barely hear it. It's barely audible. It's just, it sounds like they're in a hallway, a very, very long hallway.
Mm.
And the tiefling kind of just like turns its head to the side and waves it off, like he's busy writing down something.
No one's busy enough for Jerry. Poke the tiefling.
Okay, you poke the tiefling, and your finger goes right through the back of his neck, out the other front. And
Oh,
you
right through the spine.
you notice the tiefling just kind of like tenses up, and he's like, just kind of like rubs the back of his neck.
Oh yeah, he's feeling cold right now.
Mm-hmm.
So can we use magic in this shape?
You can try.
Okay, I'll try a minor illusion here, just something, nothing special.
Like what?
Behind him, not to let him see. Maybe like a floating head. Jerry.
a floating head of Jerry.
Jerry's full form.
Okay.
Jerry's
So
final form.
we'll say that you cast
Mecha Jerry.
minor illusion of that. As you do so, Jerry, the head of Jerry, starts gurgling loudly at the tiefling, and the tiefling just keeps like shaking it off, like, "Stop bothering me, I'm busy."
Okay, I send my mental teleportation. Guess who's back?
The ghosts of his past. Oh no.
So as you do that, you don't notice anything happening. He doesn't tense up. He doesn't really like turn around. The Dwarvish King comes up beside you and is like, "He cannot hear you, laddie. You gotta try really hard to get his attention. We're on a completely
Morgan
different
just
plane
puts
of
his fist
existence."
Morgan just puts his hand through Reaper's head, just waves it around, just, bugging him, essentially.
Yeah. So as you do that, he's just like rubbing his face. He's just trying to like rub his nose. He's like, "This is uncomfortable."
Okay, I sent him mentally. Reaper, stand up.
You gotta send it really hard mentally.
Roll for
Like-
Arcana.
Arcana check hard.
Yeah. You are essentially a ghost, and he's got no way of really communicating.
Oh.
Except for that. And so you send like a mental image, or you send like a mental command, basically.
Yeah, like a mental image of all of us, that are standing here.
Well, now he's
like
gonna think
stand up.
we're all dead and haunting him. Good job.
End up Sakul the Cuddler trying to make fart noises with his armpit.
Yeah, and that too.
So he immediately hops out of his chair, completely like disoriented from that, and he turns immediately, looking basically past you. He's just kind of like looking and staring. He's like, "Hello, hello." And he's just
We're
kind of like
here, you idiot.
waving his hand through your head.
Use Jerry.
Okay, I'll try to make my mind, whatever I mentally speak, make the Jerry's head speak. To force
Okay.
my will into Jerry's head.
All right, so I'll get you to do
Possessing
another
Jerry?
Arcana check.
Yeah,
You
possessing
fiend.
Jerry. He's my son. I gave birth to him, I can possess him.
Reaper did that, not you.
Shut up. I adopted him.
So you try really hard, but unfortunately not hard enough to try and get Jerry to knock some sense into him.
All
He's
right,
like-
let's see if I can possess Jerry. I doubt it's possible. Oh!
Oh, okay. So, you go over to. I'm just gonna move your figure if you don't mind. You go
That's
over to Jerry's head, and you all. We'll say all you guys kind of like turn to watch Oust, kind of like turn into like this white sort of like wisp, and then fly into the head of Jerry, and the eyes. Well, what are very, very pale and sunken eyes, just kind of go wide, and if they weren't dead, they would glaze over, but you can't tell. And now you are inside of Jerry. You are possessed of his head, in embalming fluid, in a jar. You can't really breathe so much, but because like you're in Jerry's head, doesn't really matter. You're not choking on anything because you're undead, essentially. So.
This is a weird feeling. Reaper!
So, I'm gonna see how perceptive he is right now. I'm just gonna do a flat roll. Okay. So he notices that Jerry's head is talking again, so he just kind of like saunters over. He's like, "Jerry, did you see anything? Did you hear anything? Hello?" And he just kind of taps on the glass. It is very loud in your head.
A little bit softer, please, Reaper. This is Oust. We're the group you were traveling with earlier.
It's like, "Oust? How did you become
Yes, that is me.
How did you become my floating head?"
You see, there's a complicated potion that we took, and right now we're ghosts, and I kind of possessed Jerry.
And you hear in your head, Alice is like, "Hey, get out of my head, you shit!"
Oh,
Jerry, please listen, Jerry.
It's really crowded in here. I only have room for one brain, not two. Get out!
I can promise you a strip of flesh, Jerry.
A stripper
A
made
whole
of
strip
flesh?
flesh, all for you.
I will definitely take a stripper made of flesh.
No, a strip of flesh. Nice and crunchy.
Why would I want a strip of flesh? I'm an embalming fluid. I can't.
Yes, I know, but it's tasty, isn't it?
It'd probably be better than the goddamn fish flakes he's been feeding me lately. They taste
better, yes,
awful
then.
and they smell like salmon. I hate
I'm sorry.
fish. I hate it.
I'll be out in a minute. Just bear with it, please.
Ah, for the love of God. Fine. Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Jerry, the prodigal
Bullshit
son.
my ass.
Continuing onward, I turn to Reaper. There's a very important thing I need you to do. It won't take but a moment, but you know those doors in the room with that spider that you seem to have slaughtered?
Oh, yes, that was all me. Totally didn't need any help from that. Yes.
Disregarding that, do you mind opening the doors that are in that room?
Oh, opening the doors. Oh.
Yes, the iron doors.
Oh, see about that. I don't really know how so much. I've been trying to figure that out myself, really. After murdering that spider, I took some of its blood, and I brought it into my laboratory here, and I was trying
quite
to
a nice
make.
setup you have, actually.
I know, right? I've been experimenting with trying to bring it back to life to make it my pet, but unfortunately, the sewing didn't go so well, as you can see. I kind of butchered the center of the bloody thing in the process, so it's more or less just a useless carcass now.
My condolences.
Yes, unfortunately. From my notes and from what I've gleaned in this mausoleum so far, this seems to be some sort of portal to the other side. Known as the... I don't know what they call it, Door of Shadows or something. From what I've gleaned, there is no way of entering through unless you create sort of like a ghost door. I have no idea how to do that.
A ghost door.
Yes, a ghost door, essentially. So the physical door, some way, I don't know, you have to murder a door? Like, this makes no sense to me. But either way, I can't go through it. Every time I light a torch, though, and go near the door, I do see the shadow get placed upon the rear of the behind it, but I take my torch closer to that shadow, and I can't go through it. It's like solid, so it's I don't know. It calls it Door of Shadows. I figure casting a shadow on it would work. Doesn't work, so I'm kind of.
Would you too terribly mind setting a torch up out there?
I suppose I could do so. Yes.
All right, and telling you ahead of time, there is the ghost of that spider you killed directly above the door in case you want to tinker with that or whatever.
Really? Fascinating. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not, how you say, in your incorporeal form, so I wouldn't really be able to do much unless I was dead, and I wouldn't be able to do my research if I was dead. So that's not really...
So it would be quite unfortunate.
Yes. I don't think I'll be doing that, but I shall continue on my research here after I assist you, of course. I suppose we should head back into that giant room in there.
I very much appreciate that, Reaper. Thank you.
Yes, no, not a problem at all. Get back to my
exit
research.
Jerry's head. Thank you, Jerry. I do appreciate this.
Hey, you better bring me back that fleshy stripper.
I promise.
All right, I'm gonna have to kick. Because he's dead, I'm not even gonna give him a plus to that, because he believes you. He's like, all right, fantastic.
I'm out of here.
It's It's like, I know you probably can't hear me at the moment, but did you know that there was a gentleman that approached me a few weeks ago as I found this area? He gave me the most interesting proposition. He was going to help me with my flesh column problem. Could you imagine? He's such a nice old lich gentleman. Of course, he asked for repayment later on in some form or another, but I'm sure I'll be able to figure out what that is eventually. He did find me this wonderful flesh golem book that I've been trying to gather up some men to assist me in the creation of the thing. I just haven't found the large enough corpse for it, of course, but he said he promised to bring me plenty of corpses for me to tinker with. It's going to be wonderful, I'm sure.
Oh no.
Anyway,
Alright.
of course, I can't really
crap.
hear you, so it's fine. Oh, shoot.
Oust is decidedly horrified.
Where did I leave that?
We're in deep shit, folks.
Oh, fantastic. I think what I will do... I'm going to light this one over here, okay?
Okay.
Maybe just to keep me an icy chill on the back of the neck for an okie dokie, or maybe I should just go ahead and do it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Poke him.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. All right, so he lights... I'm going to see if I can... Fire.
Ah, good old
Flying.
fire.
Oh, perfect. Boop. We're going to say that this is the brazier.
Oh.
So he lights the brazier.
Nice.
And immediately... Stop it. Behave yourself. We're going to say that immediately a shadow gets cast in the rear here, so about there. So as soon as he casts the fire, he moves over to the shadow, and he's like, "Oh shoot, it's dragging this, crying out loud." All right, so he moves to the shadow and he's like, "See, solid wall." Smacks it, nothing goes through. You don't see a shadow, you see another door, but this door is solid gray.
Open
I shot
double
my
sashimi.
No,
No, don't shout. There's a ghost of a spider here.
Too late. Woke up.
Oh, bloody hell.
So immediately, the spider that was sleeping on the ceiling, jumps
Jumps
down,
on Ripsam.
and it is now kind of like in front of the tiefling, and starts to try and bite at his head, and is biting and it's just going through it. It's kind of confused right now.
Through the door, gentlemen. Come on, hurry.
What do I see through the door?
You see... I'm just going to go ahead and give you a quick glimpse. That...
Ah,
Oh, it looks dark and nice. I think we need to go there.
yeah, let's go.
Okay.
And Oust literally dives through the door.
Through Hifsam's stomach.
Mordecai just stares at the spider and just thinks, next time.
Okay. And you guys dive through the door, and you
Like,
end up...
literally diving.
end up on the other side to this wonderful spooky landscape. And I'm going to end it there because it is now 10:30.
Look, Ripsam, it's you.
Where?
All the way down there.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
you. That's definitely you.
Oh, there are people down there.
But who's the other person is the question.
Hello.
It's his father.
Be my friend.
What a
So-
twist.
That is where we'll leave off this group for now. I'm not entirely sure what we would plan to do next session, whether we continue on Awin's sort of side quest bit, or we continue on this bit with Sakul and Elora with you guys, and then
I think it
Awin and you guys separate. So we'll see what happens.
We'll
Whatever
see who
comes
can make
first.
what when. It'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Managed to avoid giant spider. Managed to see Jerry again. Zest Jerry.
Managed to lose 14 HP on nothing.
Oh, yeah,
Full day.
that was a very fun bit.
That was fun. Yeah.
Managed to deal damage without attacking.
Managed
Yeah.
to deal damage with HUD.
Yeah. Broke
That
a
is
couple
the
ribs.
greatest achievement.
See, that's gonna be your mainstream attack now.
Well, it's up there. If I get disarmed, then I can use a hug.
Practical.
No one would expect it as the ultimate sneak attack.
How to use Charisma to attack 101.
Step 1, hug.
Step 2, badly hug.
Yep.
Step 3, profit.
Exactly.
Step 4, watch them cry.